Everybody, and welcome to another session of Pathfinder.
And not the Metro City Boys.
Not
You
the
did it
Metro City Boys
right.
podcast.
He is learning.
I am your DM, Jake. It is nice to see all of you out there. No one's there.
You couldn't see them anyway. That's the wrong side of the camera.
I mean, he has a point.
This is not incorrect.
You are correct.
There are no
Fuck you are
inaccuracies
correct.
being stated.
True. Session 17 tonight because I may have for a while there I kept forgetting because my session notes for session 14 went to the next page basically. So I just thought that the next session was also session 14, and then the one after that was also session 14, and I was like, wait, hold on. It was very tempting to just keep saying it's session 14 and see how long it took for someone to catch on, basically.
I mean, you kind of should have.
I don't know how to count.
Just session 14 of our Pathfinder game, and then, 3 weeks later, session 14 of our Pathfinder game. And
although that does mean that you missed an opportunity to say that this is session 15.
Ooh.
No, that's true. Yeah. This is session 17 of the game.
Also, you're lucky that Dave even knows how to read, so, you could have gotten the math pun away from him just fine.
It's true. Insult me all you want. My brain is too smooth.
it just glides right over it.
Brain so smooth it's water resistant.
Gotta iron out the brain wrinkles.
It's hydrophobic.
Iron out the brain wrinkles, that's just hardcore drugs.
Stay in school, kids.
Where's the lie, though?
I'm very strategically not saying words right now.
This session brought to you by the DARE program. No.
You're taking the corporate approach, I see.
Precisely.
How are you going to fight the battle for equality? Wheat thins?
God.
You gotta answer it all Jeff Goldblum style. Wheat thins.
Where we last left off, you guys had returned to King Merrick and told him the news of what had happened in Dustshade, as well as that you had killed a fucking giant. He was very grateful, and
a bear,
and his pet bear. He was very grateful. You were allowed to spend the night in the castle, and had given Fef's clan a new home in Dustshade. Who knows how that's gonna go?
We'll find out in some time. We'll have to see. I'm not gonna say how good of builders the goblins are, but how quick. I feel like that's the metric.
Right.
It's probably gonna be going by.
Everything looks the same. It's just not on fire anymore.
We like it this way. Father Fef, meanwhile, just just had tacos. I am full of that. And let's see. You learned from King Merrick's court wizard that the location of the Dragonslayer weapon was nearby. And after a few days of journeying out of the Tiefwald and then closer to the front lines, to the point where the front lines were, in fact, visible, the eastern front, you kind of stumbled upon the tomb, and
with some somewhat helpful directions from
a very
the one-town drunk.
Yes. You made your way in. You made your way past some traps that I was very proud of. And you found a chamber with a sarcophagus, activated it with magic, and awoke the Dragonslayer, who introduced herself as Arodia Dawnstar. we rejoin the session from there.
We need a theme song.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, DMCA is a bitch.
It's true. We'd have to get one commissioned of our own.
Her name is spelled Orodia, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think she's in the initiative order. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, off of her, what was it, a 9 that she rolled?
Yeah.
6. You know, 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
Totally fine, guys. Totally fine. Absolutely nothing is the matter. Everything is normal.
All going according to plan.
Yes.
Everything is right.
Well then, you've managed to awaken me, and I'm here. The dragon's about, apparently, so I guess I'll see you later.
Cool, job done.
Understandable, bro. Have a nice day.
We saved the world.
Dies 30 seconds later to a rock.
I didn't know we were playing a blind
She goes.
still.
She goes. I'm off to slay a dragon. Just falls down one of the pitfalls.
Punk.
Yeah, we just hear fuck.
Damn it. If I were still alive, that would have hurt.
She's literally just too short to climb her way out, though.
Orodia is peep confirmed.
Lord.
Heavy armor peep.
Heavy armor peep. Mad
Dragonslayer
because
peep.
peep. So, who are you?
I want to do my introduction, but my mouth is full of fuck.
We'll take the dicks out of your mouth.
Listen, I love penis in my mouth. I am Fef, son of Fef, son of Walla.
So I have a hard time believing now that that exchange wasn't all in character.
I mean, I'll roll with it. Let's go.
So I just watched Dan die there.
Look, I wondered too because it was all said in the exact same tone of voice.
I just love how this implies that Fef has just pulled out something to eat on while meeting, while having just resurrected the Dragonslayer. Just
Listen, we're a very active party. You got to keep them calories up.
You're not a very serious person, are you?
No.
Respectable.
I'm not sure if serious is quite in vocabulary of Fest people.
Understandable.
Regardless, only fair to introduce myself. You may call me Mahajapit, or Maha's fine.
Mahajapit.
Hey, first try. There we go.
Excellent.
Like, he had his hand ready, like at the journal, but when she said it right, it's just, oh, okay.
Gotta pass some test.
Little sigh of disappointment from Lawrence, actually.
Oh no, not a test or anything, just my own amusement.
Understandable.
That book is full of the ways the name has been pronounced wrong.
I can understand why that would be rather difficult.
When you travel around as much as I have and talk to enough people, you find a lot of interesting ways it gets misheard.
It's okay, Morjig board. That one was on purpose, so
Fef's just gonna watch him struggle out how to spell that one.
that one was on purpose.
Maha just like turns and side eyes from it. It's just,
I understand if it doesn't count.
You know what? I'll take it.
And just looking out the door again at Azalin, just like he looks very upset. Is that normal?
You see, she's the one that has all of the seriousness that this one lacks.
Ah,
It's a nice balance.
You must have balance in your adventuring group. Well,
Aslan will now lower the her bow now that it looks like there are no hostilities to worry about.
Yeah, I was gonna say Lawrence will actually kind of like dip into the doorway a little, not into the doorway, but into her line of sight, and just give us an all clear thumbs up.
well, I would love to continue introductions. I would request that we not do it next to my own sarcophagus.
I can see why that would be
Yeah.
troubling. Let's
It is a little
get a move on, shall
disconcerting.
Is there things you need that may be located within this tomb? Not this room in particular, but
None that I am aware of. I have my swords, I have my armor. I'm good to go. I am definitely going to want a nice warm bath.
we may be
understandable.
able to arrange that.
Being in a state of suspended animation for thousands of years, it's very musty.
I wouldn't know, but I will take your word for it.
Immeasurable cosmic power, itty bit of living space.
God damn it.
So, I believe it was actually Lorenz. You were the one who acted last. So, continuing with the non-combat initiative, it would be Fest's turn.
Well, I guess we're heading out. Fuck it.
Fef, Mahajapit, Loren. Because I think you introduced yourself, or did you not? Introduced.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Fef just whoop whoop whoop.
Just gonna post up here, crossbow ready, because we just made a bunch of noise and awoke some ancient creature person living in a coffin. I don't trust shit about what's about to happen.
That is fair. Zindros, your turn.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm gonna hold up there.
Okay. Pax.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Hopping over a 5-foot square is just part of standard movement, right? At this point,
I believe
Or
that
is
is yes.
difficult.
That's a 10-foot leap, so I don't know that it counts as part of a stride. I think you have to take a leap action.
Right. It's a leap action. It is not a. You don't have to roll for it because it is just 10 feet. It is just a 5-foot jump. But yeah, it would be a leap action.
Okay, so it'd be an action in the middle of my move, and then that would end my turn because it's
Right, because you can't break up movement.
No, wait, hold on. I can do it as a. I can do it as a standard jump from back here because I have a quick leap. I think that's what it is. Which doesn't
This
make
one,
me have
this one
to-
you would have to roll for though, because it's
Yeah.
a 20-foot jump at that point.
Yep, I don't mind doing that. That is athletics, I believe. Right?
Yes. Not bad. Yeah, you make it over.
Okay, so that's 2 actions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Mahajapit, your turn.
Right. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna post up here,
Okay.
actually.
All right. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Aslan?
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 5, 10.
Jeez. I keep forgetting how fucking fast she is.
She'll post up here with the weapon at the ready.
Okay.
50-foot move speed.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Lorenz?
Good.
To finish passing notes. Now for a show of having only half of that movement.
Like, I specifically designed this character to have the maximum possible move speed, okay?
That is fair.
Yeah, and then we're moving back out into these areas. I'm actually going to just to make sure I'm not being stupid. Okay, so actually, I'm just gonna hold there for now. Interact action to draw the sword.
Okay. Beth?
Just gonna keep on shimmying.
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
And I will actually post up here so as not to block anyone who needs to stop in the hallway.
Okay. Zindros?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Very.
Just
yeah.
for added fun, I will point out, if this does get to the point where we get in the campaign, we're like level 17 and have all of our ancestry feats, that move speed will become a flight speed as well.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Posting
Yeah.
up there.
Okay.
The only thing I've ever seen that's gotten more move speed technically, I think, is if you take like a barbarian dedication, because they have an ability that lets you charge 3 times your speed in a straight line.
Yep. Pax, your turn, by the way.
But it has to be a straight line.
1, 2, 3, 4.
How many actions does it take?
I think it's 3. Because you're getting effectively 3 strides and a strike out of it.
1, 2, 5. No. Nope. I'm actually gonna have to stop right there. I'm using my last action to make sure my weapon's out.
Okay. Mahajapit.
Okay. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. I'm gonna pause there, actually.
Okay. Wait 1 moment. I'm gonna fiddle fuck with the
Yeah.
map settings for just a moment.
I'll say, Ma will actually, like, in passing by, just say to Erodia, I don't suppose you saw any of these carvings or markings in the walls before you were entombed here, or was this all after?
This was, remember, I do believe after. They wanted to give me something of an honor. It feels weird. I'm not going to lie. Oh, right. I was like, whose turn is it? Oh, right.
The demigods.
Da, 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 da. All right, Aslan, your turn.
All right. Okay, that's 1. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 2.
Here we go.
Actually, gonna post up here with you know, weapon still in hand.
Right. Okay. Theth. Or not Theth. Lorenz.
All right, so 2 actions, 2 cast, produce flame, just to hold it in his hand.
Okay. Put up. Ah, right. There we go. Sorry, that was me. Making the light a little less bright.
Also, out of curiosity, I went to look for that that barbarian movement stuff. There is a second level feat for 2 actions, striding twice and making a strike. But I think the one you were looking for is the Furious Sprint, which is for 2 actions, stride 5 times your speed in a straight line.
Oh, okay.
If you make it a 3-action activity instead of 2, you stride 8 times your speed in a straight line.
That's what I was thinking of. Okay.
It's just
Beth, your turn. Fuck.
You straight up Terminator run.
Full on arms straight, going forward and backward and up and down, just flat hands, just.
And that is all of my strides.
Okay, Zadros, your turn.
Okay.
That all said, that is a level 10 feat, and you have to be raging while using it.
right.
Yeah, there's a lot that has to be lined up.
Including you and the target you want to run into.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold up there since I can't really see beyond that.
Max's turn.
Jesus Christ. 2, 4, 5. 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 5.
Where my big beer? There it is.
Yeah. Where's my big old beer? There you are. Yeah.
That your turn, Pax?
Yes.
Okay, Mahajapit, your turn.
3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Hey.
All right. And you know what? Actually, for now, I'll say free movement. We don't need to keep going for initiative for right now.
Right.
Everyone is kind of free to move their tokens about as they would like, and whenever it becomes relevant again, we'll do the do.
Right.
Oh, it feels good to be breathing air again.
And we actually didn't go this way yet.
We did not. Yeah. Maha is going to look to Erodia and say, when we were on our way, we seemed to notice the carvings going down this other hall don't seem to depict the events of the war, but more a warning of sorts.
Huh.
Might you know anything about that?
I do not, actually. And the carvings were done after I was put back to sleep. And I will say also, actually, give me... Let me take a look here at your proficiencies. give me crafting checks, everyone.
Hey.
Very nice. Done. Holy crap.
That's surprising for me.
Untrained improv. Quite
Hey.
nice.
Damn!
Untrained improv is good shit. Also nice.
Yeah, you guys are all able to pretty much tell. The carvings this way are newer. They are very recent, in fact. Or recent-ish.
Compared to what we were just looking at.
Yes.
Right, yeah, so it's probably time worn, maybe has like, moss or lichen and stuff growing to it to a greater degree than any of this.
Right.
Okay.
If it has lichen on it, tell Pax to get off.
I should have known that was coming. I should have known that was coming.
Oh.
A question I kind of wanted to ask and then forgot about until this session. Just because, do these look tooled into the wall? Like, have
Yes.
these? Okay, they're not. It's not shaped stone. It's
Right.
crafted actually by hand and tool.
Right.
Okay.
Look, wizard tombs, man. Sometimes shit gets weird. Okay. That's really all I wanted to interject with.
Fair. Hell.
Is a later edition.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
God?
Right.
Is that you?
God, why are you making Motorola noises at me?
Hello, God, it's me, Motorola.
Hello, Moto.
Well,
Perhaps there was some knowledge they had of a potential reawakening of the worms.
could also have been those poor unfortunate fucks that were in the pits that we saw on the way out. Slash, I guess you saw on the way in. Also, I can't see. Thank you.
Yeah, taking a look around this room.
Right.
Yeah, this room looks like at some point it might have had something. But it's hard to tell. It is just empty. It is an empty room.
And no other carvings on the walls?
Nope.
Oh, so these walls are like totally blank.
Yeah.
Hmm. Just out of a little bit of mild paranoia, I'm gonna throw out a detect magic.
Okay.
If you didn't, I was gonna.
Okay. I'm assuming normal level.
Heightened to third.
Okay.
So yeah,
Uh,
other than magic that I'm aware of,
right.
I can
You do
tell
not
if there's
detect-
magic, and I know school.
right. You do not detect anything
Hmm.
other than, of course, what you're already aware of.
Right.
Nothing new pops off.
I should mention that the tunnel to the north looks rather more natural than these carved halls.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Also, they look a bit narrower.
I really hope that that works properly. Well,
just for
what's the-
shits and giggles,
mm-hmm.
I'd like to throw out a seek for this left side wall here, looking for secret doors.
Okay. Give me a secret perception check. You spend a good 5-10 minutes to look in, and you do not find any.
Okay.
Lawrence, by the way, just periodically recasting Produce Flame because it's a fucking cantrip, so every time it goes out, just puts a new one in his hand.
It's a very neat trick.
Simple one.
Fair enough. So, spooky hole in the wall.
That it is.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Quite.
Even if it is a stupid way to live. And
Stupidity is the best way to get fame and money.
Well, in that case,
the moment she says that, Lorenz legit hangs his head, knowing that that was about to be the response.
Just
That explains so much about his family.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh, you'll learn.
What?
you will find that out eventually.
all right, nah, even Fef's not dumb enough to stop, or to proceed past this turn without everybody else.
Could someone with a light perhaps get... There we go. Yes.
It is one-on-one action in here. I have to catch up, basically.
Right. Fuck. Little shit.
I didn't see nothing, but I see hold. Go no further than me, at least.
Oh my. I have concern.
About here. Everyone begins to hear.
I have glitched through a wall. Please help.
Ah! Whoop!
Oh no.
How the fuck?
He ended up in the back rooms. Surprise twist.
Yeah, no, he legit ended up in the nega space, despite the fact that it is a solid wall and there is no breaks there, actually. That I literally popped over to the wall layer. And that should not have been possible.
He T-pose clipped through it.
Mother!
Clearly.
That's what you get for trying to assert dominance.
Alright, we're gonna actually... hey, guess what? Initiative matters again. Whoop, and a whoop, and ooh, whoopty whoop. Okay. So, Brody is going to, well, that was a frightening noise. After you.
If nobody else is going to step up, Fef will
You're in
attempt.
initiative, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If everybody's just going to hold action, I'll do it.
Aslan, your turn. Lorenz, you're on deck. All right. Whoop. And whoop.
Aslan will stop here.
I will say they see you, and they look very upset.
She will point in the direction of the enemy with her bow.
Oh.
There's at least one very large fellow this way. Then she will enter monastic archer stance
Oh boy.
and unleash a flurry of bows.
Oh boy. Okay, so don't forget you can target. So yeah, if you target it and then do the thing, yeah.
All right, let's see how this goes.
It doesn't show us anything. It's mostly for his end, actually.
Right.
Yeah. It's very helpful. Both are hits.
Nice, and he has to make a fortitude save DC 21.
Okay. Fort save. 34.
Okay, he's fine. He takes 28 damage.
Hell yeah. Bop, bop. Resonates from deep within the cave.
And that
Lorenz.
concludes my turn.
Yeah. Lorenz, your turn.
I still can't see it.
Yeah, Aslan pointed that it's to the northeast.
Okay. Oh, that's fun.
The way you said that inclines me to believe it is not.
And it's a interact action to grab something out of your bag, correct?
Yes.
So I'm going to. The produce flame is going to extinguish for a moment, and then I'm going to use my last action to interact a torch.
So effectively, I don't need to change your token.
No, not right now. It's just also know that at some point that torch is going to go somewhere else.
Yeah. Thef, your turn then.
What is throwing distance again?
That's a good question. I'm glad you asked.
It usually depends on what you're trying to throw.
And your strength modifier, I think.
What are you trying to throw?
Frost vial, trying to see if it's worth hucking it or if I should just,
Alchemist
crossbow.
bombs have a base range of 20 feet.
All right, yeah, we're gonna move, shoot, reload. It's the classic.
Look, it's a classic for a reason.
If right.
If it ain't broke.
You forgot to hit target, but that is fine. It does hit. Okay. Pop! You just watch as your bolt sinks into this thing through what looks like rocky skin. Just move, shoot, reload. Okay, and Zendros, it is your turn.
2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's fun. Spellbook. And I'll pop this off. DC 21 fort.
Okay. Succeeds.
Takes half damage.
Hey.
Is it in range?
Range of 30
yes.
feet.
Oh, is it?
No, it is not, actually.
It is not. I thought it was longer than that. Actually, in that case, I do have
Good catch, Aslan.
reach spell though,
Hey.
so can extend it by 30 feet.
And so yeah, so that then it would be in range. Okay, half damage. And then you are gain temporary HP equal to the total hit points lost. So you get 4 temp HP.
Yay.
Yeah. Pax, your turn.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Two, 3. I will hold here for the moment.
Okay. Well, I'll reveal it on the initiative tracker now, as it just... And you watch as some of the wounds on its skin begin to close up. It seems to recover, regenerate, if you will, some of the damage that was done to it before it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 comes barreling in at you, Lorenz. And goes for the swipe with its claws. 29 to hit. Which
That does hit.
You know, if I could have targeted you, Lorenz. Like, I'm not using my own thing. And you will take 12 points of damage.
Oof.
We'll take them getting used to.
Right, as it
Yeah.
slashes in, and it definitely like kind of pierces through your armor some, but not enough to be lethal or anything. It just hurts like a motherfucker.
Okay.
And that is it. As it takes. It took 2 actions to move. Then. And as the second one comes into the light, it is only able actually to go there. Mahajapit, it is your turn. Oh, do we lose a few people?
I
The
saw
second action drop, yeah.
Yes,
gotcha.
server lost and then reestablished.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I still
Internet.
see people moving around.
Yay. But yes, it is your turn, Mahajapit.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trying to think of the best place to try and line myself up for this. I think that is probably the best I'm going to be able to do. Then I'm going to take aim at this one with an acid arrow.
Okay. All right.
And again, just bring a hand up to the shoulder, and just this sickly green mist starts coalescing into a liquid shot that he streaks out with pointing his finger.
Don't forget to target.
Right.
I'm gonna try to remind myself as well.
Yeah, I forgot to target, so I'll have to do that next turn.
New module. Who dis? That will hit.
Okay. So, damage.
13 damage as the acid just hisses into its skin, and I get to test out the new persistent damage module, acid, 1d6 with a DC of what to resist? Is it 15 by default?
DC 15 flat check is the default,
Yeah.
yes.
All right. Now the cavern troll has persistent damage on it.
There we go.
I can't wait for that to come back around. And then comes back around and just, do you guys want me to like help here? I feel like that might be cheating.
I'd rather not die here.
Fair enough.
I mean, they're not dragons, though. Are they covered by contract?
You woke me up. I figure, everyone gets one. Interact action. She draws both of her swords before 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then he's going to, using her lunge feature, her lunge action, strike out with one of her swords in an attempt to get the one to the north. Hi, Artemis. Hey, who's ready to see some fun numbers?
Oh boy.
That's a crit.
Really?
No shit.
I never would have guessed.
Go figure. Yeah.
Oh.
You watch as she lunges out and just stabs her sword just deep into this thing's fucking stomach, twists and pulls out. Just, yeah. And because it was a crit, it's just flat-footed. Aslan, your turn.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Like I said, is this cheating?
Nah.
No such thing as a cheating in a fight.
Fair enough. Is this okay?
And Aslan will attack this one again with a flurry of bows.
Okay.
That was so nearly a 20.
Right. Both misses, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
And then you have one more action, I believe, or is that both of them?
Don't really have anything worthwhile to do for a third action, so I'll just kind of
Fair enough.
hold off.
Fair enough. Okay. Then Lorenz, your turn.
Okay, free action to drop stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so just dropping the torch.
Okay.
Gonna spell strike.
Okay.
Produce flame.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to take that movement. Yeah.
Hold on, did Erodia end up moving with that lunge, or
No.
It's a reach, basically.
Lorenz, give me one moment. You have invoked 2 attacks of opportunity.
Okay. I forget attack is moving through, not just away.
Yeah. So that actually misses. The first one misses. Need to remember to target, and whoop. That is a crit.
Oof.
I wouldn't have done this if I'd remembered how attacks of opportunity work for certain things, but oh well, we're here.
That's fair. And the one behind you that Erodia slashed into slams into you with its claw as it as you go by and takes a wallop out of your fucking health.
I have 13 health left.
it has 15 feet of reach?
10 feet, but he moved right through.
I moved through.
He moved right next to it.
Oh.
But it doesn't interrupt your movement, so.
No. And then, yeah, I'm going to strike at this one, I guess.
Okay.
The one I'm base to base with.
Sure.
Wait, if it has 10-foot reach, it shouldn't be able to hit him.
Again, he passed right next to it. He literally went through
Yeah,
this
I
square
passed
here.
between both of them.
Oh, okay. There's one that I'm not seeing then. Okay.
Oh,
yeah. He can't see the second one.
Which is weird, because it's like, if
You should be able to.
Should, but
You may want to. Yeah, you may want to close and refresh.
okay.
It's because it did this to Aswin's token for him last time we played.
That's true.
Yeah, there was some fucky shit going on
weirdness.
with his display. But
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one for whatever reason was still like way up here.
Oh,
Which was
weird.
why I was like, why does it have 15 feet of reach? That's why
Nope, yep,
I was
that's fair.
saying
That'll hit.
And now you get to enter the bleed persistent.
That's true.
Yep, and also it takes fucking 44 fire damage.
Yes. What was the
D6 because it's not a crit.
6? Boop. Hey. So you watch as Lauren slices it and just and just to quite literally get blood from a rock as he slices in, digs deep, and that fire just sizzles the rocky like skin. Lauren's hair was looking fucked up. Beth, your turn.
Just gonna backpedal a tiny bit here.
Yeah.
The troll I'm targeting is flat-footed, so I believe if I don't suck, I at least get my.
Don't forget to also click the target flat-footed box.
right.
That is a miss.
Yeah, I'm gonna hero point that.
Okay.
Well, fuck me, apparently.
That is unfortunate.
Reload, and that's turn.
Okay. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Zindros, your turn.
okay, so for ease of use, I'm just going to slash R a 2d8, and I'm healing Lorenz, and I'm heightening this. That's why I'm putting the 2d8 instead of the 1d8, and it's
Okay.
the 2-action one, so it'll also get a flat 8 added on.
Okay. So you can actually do R2d8 plus 8 then.
Oh, my bad.
No, that's fine. So
19.
yes. Additional 8 is leave, and that puts you at 32.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, and then on that troll, we are going to go for this again. So DC 21 Fortitude.
For the actual soul siphon this time. Oh, it succeeds with a 21.
Okay,
It does, however, still take half damage, but
indeed it does. Ugh, gross.
you get 1 point of temporary HP.
Now he gets to keep the 4 that he took from earlier because remember its
Right.
highest overrides.
Oh, that's true.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Pax, your turn.
I'm also now at minor curse if I remember, or moderate.
Yes, because it is your second time using Soul Siphon. So yeah, you are at moderate, which gets you. What is the effects again?
I believe it adds on drained, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look at it again.
Yeah.
Moderate. Drained 1.
Yep. Okay, that's what I thought, but I want to make sure. All right, Pax.
So I am going to do a demoralize,
Okay.
intimidation against their will, against its will DC against.
This one. Okay. Critical success.
Okay.
So that means it is frightened 2.
Yes.
Hey. Frighten 2.
All right, so that's one action. I will use a 5-foot step.
So it is.
It is now
flat-footed.
flat-footed. Yep. And I will swing away.
Okay.
That was the whole reason I wanted to put myself here.
Whoa, that's a hero point for me.
Okay. That is a hit.
Okay, thank God for frightened and flatfoot.
Frightened and flat-footed saved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Frightened 2,
No, I knew
actually.
I was gonna be like 1 or 2 off with the first one. That's why I wasn't willing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, if like you just said, if it wasn't frightened to
Oh!
Jesus. 2d8 plus 2d6 plus 1d6. That was a lot more dice that just got rolled than what you input.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That's
of
a
dice.
lot, yeah. Ooh.
Cool.
And you watch as this cavern troll. So that is the end of your turn, yes?
Yeah, that's 3.
You notice its wounds do not begin to reseal.
I have a question, actually.
Mhm.
Does it have a weakness?
Probably, we just haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah, that would take doing a like a recall knowledge check
Yeah, that
to
would be
figure
recall
out. I
knowledge.
believe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I only ask because
Using
I know we wouldn't know it, but do the damage types still apply if we don't know it?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
So yeah, it is going to gonna swipe at you, Pax, with its claws.
Oh, hold on. I made a macro by accident.
Also, I didn't want to interrupt, but I forgot about that on my monitors.
Yeah, that shit is nice.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. It's not doing the thing. So the first strike misses. It's going to then turn at you, Lorenz. To hit you. When it hits, not a crit, but it does hit.
Okay.
For 12 damage. Gonna swings at Pax, misses, turns around, swings at you, Lorenz, and catches you kind of across the face, basically. And it hurts, but it's not the worst. It's not the thing you got hit by a few seconds ago. And then it is actually going to attempt to...
I got nothing to stop it.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Hold on. No, I am maybe going to do a dumb thing after it hits me. Let me check something real quick. Yeah. I'm gonna use a reaction after, for right after it hits me.
Okay.
What I think it is. Yep.
Okay. 2d6 persistent. Another 2d6 persistent bleed damage.
I think
It's whatever is
yeah.
the highest.
Yeah,
Right.
it would
But,
override the.
Right. But it does need to make a will save first.
Right. Save DC 21 will. Nope, that fucking fails horribly.
Is it a crit fail though?
Yes.
It
is.
Oh.
So
That's a
that
lot of
takes
bleed.
fucking double damage whenever it takes to bleed.
Yup.
Yeah. Double the persistent bleed and has weakness 1 to piercing and slashing.
Okay. Give me one moment here.
Woof.
Bleed 2d6.
40.
Oh yeah, 46. You're right. Boop. Override the existing persistent damage has been overwritten. Huh? It works, right?
Nice.
Hey, good.
And then yeah, it has a weakness now to
Piercing and slashing.
yeah. Does it say how much weakness?
1.
Weakness
One.
1.
Got you. Slashing 1. Piercing 1.
As the slash kind of rakes across Lorenz's face, he spits something in infernal along with a goblet of blood onto this thing's back, considering its back is still facing him. And across its face and chest and shoulders open up similar claw marks that just rip wide.
All right, and as it ends its turn, It failed both of its checks. So it takes, let's see.
Takes 1 acid and 17 bleed.
Yeah. So it's cool. And then it is now also frightened 1 and no longer flat. This one kind of torn between Lorenz and Arodia as you see the wound that she dealt does begin to seal up a little bit. It gets a little less injured for it. Moves in. Actually, no, it doesn't even need to. And we'll swing at the elf, the full elf, not the half elf.
Important distinction.
It will miss.
Was surprised.
Right. And then it is actually going to use its second swing to actually swing at you, Lorenz.
Okay.
And just barely misses.
Again, even against creatures this size at this point, Lorenz actually just interposes his armor between him and the strike rather than trying to dodge them.
Right. And then it just... Japid, it's your turn.
Alright. My only real options are either Ray of Frost or another acid arrow if I want to try and hit any of these guys. So I believe it's going to be another acid arrow.
Okay.
Do I want to go for... I'm going to actually move in first. 3, 4. Well, I'll take a shot at the
At the other one.
I'll go for the one that went to the north.
Okay. Don't forget to target.
Let's hero point that. Why not?
Okay.
Are you fucking...
Oh, hero points are not with you guys tonight. Damn. I don't think a single hero point has worked out tonight, actually.
Mine
That's
did.
Oh, that's true.
depressing.
That's true. So yeah,
Barely.
you shoot off your acid arrow and it just doesn't. It swings wide, unfortunately.
Just fizzles into the back wall.
Right. Just... All right. The elf Erodia is going to move forward and do a double slice. With both of her weapons. So let's see. Yeah, that is.
I get the feeling we're about to witness some trollbification. Oh hey, look, 2 crits.
I feel like we should look away. This doesn't feel right. That's not right. Oh, Jesus doesn't approve of this.
Jesus doesn't live here.
That's true.
Bop. And yeah, it's
152 damage in a turn, casual.
Alright, this one's gone. As she literally just cuts its head off.
That's pretty far gone, yeah.
Yeah! As she's literally being showered with troll blood that's just spouting out of its neck. Yeah! Aslan, your turn.
Fucking dragon killing sociopath.
Guys,
I've got a good lead on the other troll still.
Yeah.
As I think I might be understanding why they might have sealed her away.
I would have too.
Oh, that got scary for a second. Both hit.
For 25 damage, then since this is piercing, I guess that would be 26.
Yes. And how would you like to do this?
Well, which way is the troll facing?
More towards Lorenzen Pax.
Okay. So as Aslan lines up her shots, since she can still see half of its face, she lines up the first arrow to go basically into the eye that she can see, and then the second arrow driving into that one, pushing both further in.
Brutal as shit. You guys watch as Aslan.
It's Aslan.
Yeah,
That's kind of what she does.
True. Yeah. You guys watch as Aslan just fucking Robin Hoods her own arrow deeper into the fucking troll's skull when it just drops like a sack of bricks. And everything goes very fucking still very fucking quickly.
So do these trolls actually have those crystal formations on their bodies like the
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, Lorenz is gonna walk over a fucking like angry power walk basically and start smashing the guard of the bastard sword into some of those crystals, actually trying to break off a usable portion.
Okay. Sure. I'll allow it.
Not even looking for a lot, like literally just a chunk big enough to fit in one hand.
Right. Give me a strength check, actually. Also, everyone add 120 experience points to your experience bar. Hooray.
Yay!
Yeah. Okay, you managed to get off a pretty good sizable chunk. You can add cavern troll crystal into your inventory.
Cool.
Well, that was fun, right? Tink. Just kind of wipes off both blades before sheathing them. Just, ha! Sorry if I stole anyone's glory.
I'm not in it for the glory myself, though. Seems you haven't lost much of your touch in the millennia of your absence.
Kind of surprising, not gonna lie. Real nice though. Meanwhile, glint the toque in your head, Mahajapa just, yeah, still as terrifying as the day we last met.
Just internally, of just, am I to take it that any further meeting between you two would be slightly more than awkward?
Well, she killed me, so
Oh,
yes, I was one of her death tally.
that's...
There's a reason I wanted to be out the moment I felt that aura.
I can understand that now.
Ah! I'm glad she's on your side, and so am I. However, I've seen that bitch jump. Don't fucking test it.
I will see what I can do to avoid requiring your assistance while she is around.
Smart. Oh. But yes. Gonna. Well.
While this conversation's going on in Ma's head, gonna throw out another detect magic, specifically while over by this. I assume this is like a pool of water over
It's a
here.
very tepid, very still pool of water. Yeah, it looks like you can tell that there's something dripping from up top in the cave, which is
Okay.
you gather where it came from, but it doesn't see much movement outside of that.
Okay. But yeah, just while I'm here by the pool and near the troll, just gonna throw out another detect magic.
Yeah, you don't detect anything.
Still nothing arcane seeming to show up here. Is there any other visible way out from this cavern besides the way we just came in?
No.
Does it even look possible for these guys to have gone through the tunnel we came through, or is that too tight of a fit?
I'll let you in a little bit of a secret. They have a burrow speed of 20.
That's
okay.
horrifying.
That makes a lot more sense. Yeah.
Yeah, which explains why this is more dug out than structured.
Right.
I mean, does it look like they burrowed? I mean, they're obviously the way we came in, but do there appear to be any open holes in this area outside of that?
Some, but they're not super big. It's like alcoves, basically.
Okay.
Right,
Nothing
rough
cavern
out
troll
on the way
sized.
in, yeah.
Right.
Okay, so very likely as not than what we came in through.
And with that, yeah. Well done, everyone. You know how to handle your stuff. Apparently, wonderful to see. Are you okay there? Pale, gothic, and spooky.
Oh,
He's not
how
normally
I've
that.
longed to be called that. I'm just fuzzy and friendly. It just gives her a look for a moment. Looks down at the troll. Looks back at her. I'll be okay.
Good.
Roseway.
Roseway. That's a pretty name.
I think so.
He's not normally that pale.
Oh,
He's
right,
lost
the
a lot of
bloodlust.
blood.
Yes.
Don't suppose you can do anything about that?
No.
Speaking of which,
No, I am not a healer.
I have red.
I was about to say, actually, I also have red.
Yeah, but you know who else also has red? Whoop.
Good.
As some real spooky
And,
death magic sort of just seeps into Lorenz and closes off some of his wounds.
And actually, is that you heightened that to make it a second level spell, right?
yeah, and I used the 2-action version,
Right.
even though we're not in.
So that okay, but no, he did add the flat 8 onto it.
Well, the thing is, actually looking at it, when you heighten heal, it increases the healing by a d8 and the extra healing for the 2-action version by 8. So that's actually 2d8 plus 16, not just plus 8.
Oh.
Wait, where? Oh, because of you're adding on the 8 from the regular 2-action, not the heightened version, aren't you?
Well, it's if you're casting it at second level, then the 2-action version has an extra d8 and an extra flat 8.
Yeah, so it would be 2d8 plus 8.
It would be 2d8 plus 16 because the level 2 the 2-action version 1d8 plus 8, right?
Yeah, that's what I was referring to when I said that. He's pulling that additional 8 from the regular 2-action one. I didn't know where the 16
Right, but you
was
get
coming from.
both.
Right.
Get both.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I was asking.
That's fair.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the +8 from the regular, and then you get another +8 from heightening.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad. So, with that,
So Lorenz should actually be an extra 8 higher on top of that because
Yeah,
the first
he-
heal was also heightened. So.
Right.
Oh yeah. I'm not worried. I'll take what I got though. Honestly, like it's not so bad. But it's it's getting so to the point where Lorenz has experienced Zendros's like withdrawal of vitality from other things in order to put vitality into someone else that it's starting to get. He's starting to get used to it.
Or better or worse.
As much as you can get used to spooky, like I feel the souls of things inside of me.
That's the problem. Is he's kind of starting. It's not used to it so much as this sensation is becoming
Familiar.
yeah, less and
familiar.
less alien, and that's really starting to kind of fuck with him.
well, friends, shall we see daylight?
I
Yes, please.
think we could all use with some fresh air and a bit less traps and blood and whatever the fuck else people put in
We're
here.
actually still in the T-fold though, right?
Yes.
You're outside of the T-fold, actually.
Right, because this was
on the
we
eastern
got
part of it.
out to the edge of the Teeth-Walled and then followed south along
yeah.
along
Okay.
the eastern edge of it.
Just wasn't sure if we were still considered inside or not.
No, you are
Right,
now
yeah.
technically you are in the region of Inktoe.
Right. Which again, we were out there and were able to actually see like across the chasm where this tomb was that there was the
Yeah, it's kind of on a cliff,
right.
basically cliff face. And as you step
Right.
outside, just well, holy shit! What the fuck is that?
There's a war going on.
A what? Again?
Yeah.
Yeah. War is sort of a constant, but let's find. Look, I have maps. I have a history lesson. We will go through all of this when we find somewhere that isn't this side of a cliff.
Sure, makes sense. So we're heading back up then.
Well, unless we want to try and find some way going the rest of the way down and
Just
around.
immediately starts climbing up.
I'm not sure what we expected.
Anyone who'd like to try and follow, give me athletics checks.
Zendros gives a little bit of a smirk. Quite to the point, this
Oh,
one.
come on. Jake, I have a request. Don't put us in combat again tonight, please.
I make no fucking promises.
I was just like, I don't suppose anyone that gets up could just throw a rope.
If
I
I
can't
had a
say I-
rope,
He's
Wait, I
he's
have
just
a
like, yeah, he was just like,
I have a rope.
as he says, he's just like, I should have given the rope to her before she started climbing.
and then she just starts climbing back down in reverse. You want another rope? Give me the rope. Here, you know what? Here. Takes the rope, ties it around her waist, ties the other end around your waist, and then just
Oh,
woo!
I was going to attempt to like just use it to belay and climb, but as she keeps going up, eventually he just is trying to keep himself from getting clattered into the cliff face.
I
more
just
than
pictured Maj up and going limp, like when you, as the player in 14, are in the mount of the the Magitech or Ironworks claw. Just... Everyone except for Theth and Pax are able to make it up without much issue. You guys are kind of struggling.
I will toss down a rope when I get to the top if they are still struggling by the time I get there.
Theth definitely is.
Was Pax obviously struggling within the first couple handholds?
Not obviously so, but it just got a lot harder, basically, to find
gonna
handholds
try.
as you went.
I'm gonna try and roll again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually. I can.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Zendros,
drop
you were
off-
fine. Zendros, you were fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm
However-
gonna drop off.
Well done.
Yeah, good roll. Damn.
Yeah, he's an expert in that at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna actually drop off the wall because it's not gonna hurt me. And I'm
Okay.
gonna try re-rolling.
You don't. I mean, no. You because remember, this cliff face is tiered. Remember, so you're able to like get up some, rest for a bit, get up another one, rest, and then afterwards
okay.
it was like, so you're like halfway up when you start running into difficulties.
Okay,
So give me another athletics check, and Fef you as well.
that's better.
Did I get anything for having an assist rope?
Yes, plus 10,
Oh my god.
which Fef
That
needed.
Jesus, that was. Oh boy.
I'm gonna swallow my tongue, BRB.
Don't do that. Swallow your own dick.
The RB part was absolutely a lie.
Oh, two twos in a row. That's rough. But no, with the help of Lorenzo's rope, you are able to climb up as you get up there, she's just casually untying Mahajapit from his safety harness of a rope, and then handing back his rope. Just, oh, that was the best workout I've had in millennia. Literally.
It's the first workout you've had in millennia. I think that's a bit of a small sampling pool.
Yeah.
Second, technically, if you count as a fight.
I don't think I do.
I don't either.
Azaline, by the way.
Azalin. Wonderful to meet you. I'd say my name again, but obviously did that already. See, that fucker's still big as ever, pointing to the teeth fold. Which, from where you are, it is in the distance. It's not like you guys aren't right up on it. But I mean, anyone who's been to the beach of the ocean, just
Right. Just
a mass expanse.
right. Of
Big,
green.
dark, full of werewolves.
Werewolves, really? Oh. I can take on 14 of those at once.
I would recommend against it. There's
In a fight, yes. I had to.
Actually, most of the werewolves we've encountered out here have been civilized.
Yeah.
Says, please do not fight them.
Fair enough.
Making sure Pax and Fef are all right, and then bundling the rope back up and all that good shit.
Yeah, you guys make it up without too much issue. Well, Fef, you make it up with the help from Lorenz.
It's like the nonsense from second day post vax is transferring to Fef. That's what it is.
Yeah. Fef got his second vax shot, and now he's just like, brr.
Just because we can handle ourselves decently in a fight doesn't mean that's what we want to resort to. Possible.
Oh, yeah. You're a politician, then?
Former, in my case.
Oh. Well, good job on getting your soul back.
More or less, yeah.
Laws are just threats.
Oh, great! Sociopathic anti-establishment dragon killer.
Didn't actually say that part.
No, I know. And we're bringing them into an empire. Joy of joys! Aren't we having a good time?
So, and as you pull out your map and show her the continental map, just the Devarians have an empire. Fuck! You're shitting me. This is an elaborate prank.
No, they control most of the known world.
I remember when they were in loincloths shitting themselves.
I think that still happens in some parts of the cities.
Fuck! That's amazing! And Rashadrin is, bigger?
And quite the threat. Speaking of, Zet is
looking over towards the fortress that you guys can see. The other two are not within line of sight. There are several miles between them, but
and just a really quick rundown of the Roshajan Duvarian front and how that was established and the conflict thereon.
right, which to introduce to everyone, in fact, this part of the war front, Roshadrin kind of pushed up very heavily along the eastern front at the beginning of the war, and the Duvarian Empire realized that it didn't really have the resources to stop them in their push, especially because of the raising of a part of the Tiefwald.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't the T-fold actually a part of what kind of ground things to a bit of a halt here?
It had at one point gone across almost the entirety of Inkto, and would have been effectively effectively a 30-mile stretch that the entire Roshajan army would have had to push through. But several years before, Inkto and the Empire, kind of in a push to get more territory for Inkto, raised off several hundred miles of the Tiefwald and just burned it effectively. Which wound up
that did not go well.
fucking them over. So when Roshadrin then came through, they were able to push quite readily. So the Duvarian Empire, built up 3 fortresses in haste, and when the Roshadrin army pushed up into within what we call effective firing range, their push stopped. That was 5 years ago, and the front has not moved much since on this part of the war. This is, to use a historical reference or equivalent, this is this war's Battle of Verdun, except it's been a single battle for the last 5 years.
Fef very strategically keeping his mouth shut about his family's involvement in all of this until he's like sussed out our new friend a bit more.
But yes, with advancements in military technology and things like that, it has been a grueling and lengthy conflict.
Fuck. Now you've got dragons?
Well, had
At least one we know of.
Worm,
Where more specifically?
Damn.
and then tracing its path from what we were told of the places it had gone, and like pointing out, because Lorenz did make additions to the map of like the one area that was completely fucking wiped out,
Right.
and the burns, like it's a dark line through Gogreat, basically the path that it burned through where we were at.
Right. Fuck. And then it fucked off east, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Makes
Far as
sense.
we can tell.
Probably going to rouse more of its kind.
I'm sorry, what?
It did say it was its homeland, yeah?
Yes. There's a whole other continent over there.
A what now?
Yeah, like easily, like thousands of miles wide. Been there a few times. It's,
This is the first I've literally ever heard of such a thing.
Oh,
Continent?
Great big fucking landmass like the one we're on.
Oh, okay.
literally, she walks over to Fef and just rubs his face. Just, you are so stupid. It's so cute.
You're gonna love the family.
I'm sorry, I'm just not ready to meet your parents yet.
Oh, it's his
Well,
parents.
my other cousins. We don't know who's actually parents and who's like cousins most of the time, but there is Father Fef, and I feel like Fef's actually just gonna go quiet, realizing the like weird eldritch nature of Father Fef and the fact that we just pulled an undead immortal dragon killer out the ground and they might talk to each other.
So, like,
just
are your
go
parents
quiet.
potentially your siblings?
No, well, maybe I don't know how that works.
So goblins.
It's better not to think about it.
Yeah, and yeah, Lorenz is just gonna shut the fuck up and point at Azalin. Actually,
I'm just
Arodia
going
just
to-
fucking gets a chalkboard and just starts writing fucking equations, trying to figure this shit out.
trying to Punnett Square several hundred.
No. Fucking tries to map out Fest's family tree. It's just a fucking circle.
Or like thefts from like hundreds of thousands of years ago are just still in the circle somehow.
Right.
I would like to direct people to the memes channel.
Oh yeah,
if they haven't
Wallabama.
yet.
Look. Alabama. Nah, man. Spoilers. No, the last name of the clan is the Habsburgs.
Oh god.
God damn it.
That down to Wallabama. Maybe. Father Thefts, and we're just, that's a great idea, actually. Oh no, I used my Arodia voice for Father Theft. Oh fuck. Well.
They're the same person!
Confirmed it was Fef all along.
Turns back into the crow, just, ha-ha!
Fuck all the way off cam, that's amazing.
San Francisco? Well, they do shit in the street.
What's a street?
The loom. Oh, so
let me get this straight. You're saying that there is an entire undiscovered landmass, however many hundreds or thousands of miles off, that no one on the entire continent here has ever heard of besides you.
I mean, I'm sure there might be some others. Maybe. But yes. Where the Summer Empire was originally born.
Would that be a history check?
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
You
Like-
could make a history check.
I assume that it's
Lore?
well, yeah, the
History's 5th edition.
I
Shit.
forgot.
With Wish 5th edition had fucking crafting, with Pathfinder had history. Son of a bitch.
But it's again, it's whole recall knowledge and lore
Yeah.
of specific things.
So it'd just be intelligence, right?
Yeah. Base intelligence check, yeah.
Unless you have history or whatever.
Ooh.
Seriously, we can't roll worth a fuck tonight, guys.
It wasn't gonna matter.
Oh, okay, fine then.
Lorenz, you have never heard of this empire.
Yeah, just continuing to look confused at her at that point. Then after she mentions the Sunrise Empire,
Sama.
I couldn't hear what you said.
No, that's fair. I will even type it out.
Okay, just
The what
To
now?
be fair, Lorenz may have heard Sunrise Empire.
That's true. Lorenz is a weeb confirmed.
didn't even know what he's. What?
Bro, Sunrise Land to the east. Let's go. How about Sunrise Land?
Sorry, the what now?
The Summit Empire on the continent of Jin? No?
No.
I'll also
Are
type
you
that
sure
out.
you weren't having some very elaborate dreams in your however many millennia asleep?
Oh, there were plenty of dreams. It was awful, I assure you. Well, not always. But that's not the point.
I'm just bundling the map back up and putting them in the tubes.
Seriously, you never? Nothing?
I spent a few years at a very well-prestiged academy, and we never even crossed either of those names or anything similar sounding.
University. I can't even blame public education on this one. What the fuck?
What the fuck is a public education? No.
What? You're shitting me.
No.
Why is everything worse?
This is maybe a discussion that needs to be had over. And then he stares down at the ground for a minute, looks back up. Alcohol.
Sure. Sure. Yes. Fuck. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Also, I'm assuming Zendros at this point you will have refocused.
Yes. Also, upon hearing her say that, Zendros would say a great many things, which is too elaborate to get into at this point.
Alright, sure, fuck it. Alright, where are we going? Actually...
I get the feeling any place we tell you he'll be going, you'll have. It won't be what you're expecting at this point.
Probably
You know,
not.
however many years, probably changed a lot.
Yeah, Tiefwald was not that big when I was last awake.
We could make our way back to city whose name I'm currently forgetting. Where we
Merrick?
no the city. Where-
Croden, wasn't it?
Yes,
Croden, yes.
yes, where we got our drunkard's information.
No,
Wait,
Croden...
no. The drunkard was in that other village to the southeast, and that one I'm not
Yeah,
remembering the name.
because Croden is where King Merrick was. That's
Yeah,
why I
Croden
brought
is
her up.
the capital of the Kingdom of Pagon.
Yeah.
You guys actually didn't get a name for the town that you passed through.
Yeah.
Yeah, the court wizard just marked off the actual locations of towns.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, we could make our way back there.
I still can't help but be amazed that the drunkard's directions were as accurate as they were, even if times and distances weren't.
Look, never doubt a drunk person. They're drunk, but not necessarily stupid.
Aslo's just gonna look at that.
Just, at this point, punctuating it with the pull of the hooch.
Gimme? Gimme?
Absolutely. I believe this is some of the good shit we got from Lorenz's family, too.
I grabbed a bottle of very good spirits and
Tanks it like it's water and passes it back.
I
Not
mean,
sure.
when
Oh,
you're
no.
dead...
Oh no.
I'm not sure what we expected.
Anyone
Yeah,
got some,
no, Maha actually just saying, "Oh no."
anyone got some turpentine?
There might be one question we do want to address amongst our traveling group. Now that we have found our friend here, what is our plan?
Well, I believe the plan is to pick her brain for the history of draconic invasions, see if this can be pathed and plotted out in any sort of singular way. Especially knowing now that we know it could be going off to get others, and
If no way to avert it, how to prepare for it.
And you want to do this in the Kingdom of Werewolves?
no, I would like to stop and resupply in the Kingdom of Werewolves. I would like to keep moving to wherever the hell it may be safer to actually ply such a trade.
I would like to check in on the town.
On Dust Shade? Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's Wallabama now.
I love it so much.
No, I just again the city is a stop and resupply.
Right.
Well,
Very well, seems reasonable, but we should try to at least plan what our actual destination is going to be. Aimless wandering, especially through the T-Fold, is not a good idea.
That is very true.
well,
I do have to say, I wonder whether I don't know if this would be the discovery the Draconic Historians League would have quite been looking for, or how they'd take knowing that their
Draconic
weapon,
Historians League?
a
Sounds like a
group
bunch
of
of nerds.
yes, in fact,
Prince looks just a little indignant at that.
Look, I love nerds.
No, I
Do
just
I
had a
feel like
thought
there's
to
a bit-
Lorenz.
What was that?
I just had a thought to Lorenz.
Hmm?
Our friend Rodia here may need some time acclimating to the things that have changed. Perhaps she would make a very beneficial guest at your parents' establishment. Would she not be able to keep them safe?
It's just like a slow, like, sweeping gaze from Azalin along the ground at Erodia. Back over to Azalin. That is not a terrible idea.
And then Hazel turns around. I should mention that this establishment is
Sounds like a plan. Now, Draconic Historians League. I'm
Yes,
assuming
they-
it's exactly what it says on the 10.
more or less, they were trying to figure out the history of the Dragon War and what all happened, what remnants there may be of it.
I'm going to fuck their minds.
I suppose you probably would.
That's also a good idea.
Should we pay them a visit first, or enlist?
Whereabouts would it be easiest to get in contact with them?
Would there be like some kind of sending station within the capital of Duver as
Yes.
well, or okay? If we do return to Duver, I should be able to get a message sent to them to arrange for a potential meeting. Whether they would be able to make their way to Duver, or if we'd have to venture back to Gogrates to meet them, I'm not sure, but we could arrange for it.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Seems like the most useful use of current resources and currently gathered knowledge. Yeah, not a bad idea.
So,
Arodia, if when we do make it back to Duver proper, I strongly suggest you try and keep your comments about the loinclaws and shitting themselves of Duver's past. Try and keep that to a bare minimum. It
I'm
may
like,
get a lot of wrong looks for
will-
various
It
reasons.
will only complicate matters.
Less worried about the danger, more worried about the social difficulties.
oh, trust me, if anyone has social difficulties, it is Devarians.
Yeah, see, it's comments like that you're going to kind of have to keep on the
Damn
lower
it.
end.
Fine. Fuck.
Language.
That's
Who's this, by the way? Pointing at Pax.
That's Pax. He's probably the best one of us. Oh, also that.
So Pax just turns into a wolf.
Woof.
He's a good dog.
What?
He is best boy.
What?
It's not a very complicated story. Actually, lycanthropy is a communicable disease.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
we spent some time with Kingdom of Werewolves that we mentioned. Yeah, that happened.
Who?
Yeah.
All right. That way.
Let's.
All right. So traveling back to. Are you going to pass through the small village that you passed through earlier, or are you going to just make your way straight to Croton? Or Dust Shade?
Probably for the sake of not losing our bearings with the Teefwald being what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Probably try and just retrace our path back to that smaller village, like from going up along the side of the.
Right.
That was kind of my logic too. With as twisted as the Teefwald can get, it'd probably be easier to.
There is a road between the village and Croton.
Well, yeah, from the village in Croton, but just
Yeah,
getting
which-
to
yeah.
that village first.
Right.
Yeah.
And rather try and not spend that in the Teefwald as much as possible.
Right.
Because we also know how to get to Dustshade from Croton.
Yeah.
So it's just easier to take paths that we do know, so as to not be, as just said, traipsing through the spooky, haunted Russian terror woods.
Everyone give me survival checks to see if you can remember about what part of the Teefwald you actually came out of.
Didn't we leave the wolves there?
To my knowledge, you left them on top of the cliff.
Damn, Zendros.
Yeah, right. Like shit.
Which, by the way, yeah, you guys do still have the dire wolves.
Yee.
So, who am I riding on? Riding with? Phrasing.
I know it's been a millennium, but please calm down. It's not that the time.
What's the move speed of a direwolf? Just curious.
Slower than you, technically.
So Aslan will actually give her direwolf to Aronia. Just keep pace her own way.
Literally just walking.
Don't monk shit.
Right. DMS.
Just literally casually jogging alongside them.
Right. Fuck, that's cool. Literally riding a dire mount. Just, this is the best. Holy shit. Good boy. Pax, give me a fortitude save. So yeah, you guys get back to the village. Zendros leading the way very effectively.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like damn son.
Not the only one that could, admittedly, but he is the only one that crit.
Well, I was gonna say to make it make sense a little bit. I was gonna say he probably would have read a little bit about survival stuff in his time at that library back at Outhax.
That's fair.
Right.
Just in passing.
Right.
You guys make it back to the village without much difficulty, actually. Only about a
Hoping
day.
and assuming everything is about as we left it.
Right, return to the raisings. That was work, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pick up at the hospital.
Yeah, I could see from the look on his face. I had a feeling.
Whenever I hear the link pearl noise, I assume it's something for work for him.
Yeah, basically, if his phone ever rings, it's either work or his mom.
We can take our 10-minute break here if you want.
This
I
will
mean,
take
I
more
gotta,
than 10
like-
minutes.
I mean, real talk. I got a hella piss though, so I'm gonna do this.
Right, yeah, it's going to take him about an hour also.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he
Like,
knows exactly what's going on. Okay.
oh well, sick. Then I mean, if we want to play again afterwards, I'm down. But otherwise, I'm gonna go piss regardless.
Go for it.
Mm.
Keep you up to date on what gets decided.
also be right back then.
Same.
Well, unfortunately, that is indeed a work call. Yeah. I'll probably be about an hour. So I'll probably be getting back around 9 o'clock. We'll see if it's going at that point. So this might unfortunately be the end of the session. If not, see you guys in about an hour, and if so, we'll be back next week. Fuck! I need a job that doesn't fucking do this shit to me. So yeah. See you guys maybe soon. Just welcome back.
Hello.
Yay. Alright. Everyone has regathered. So, when we last left off, you were heading into the Teeth Vault to go back to the village where you had last the village that you had found, being led by Zindros and Aslan. And everyone give me a perception check.
Helps by Reopen Foundry, doesn't it?
Yes.
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 Yes. Oh! It's a secret roll.
I'm not Dan.
It's a secret roll, so that way, no one knows what you rolled. Me, the DM. Oh! I wonder if I rolled well. Still need one from Aslan.
What do you need from me?
Perception check.
Oh, sorry.
This is as we're getting into that smaller village that we went through on the way out.
Yeah, and as you guys are walking through the default, you smell smoke.
Oh boy.
And as you continue forward
We need to quicken our pace.
through the deep vault, the village that you had passed through just a few days ago has been razed to the ground. Buildings left as burnt husks. People left on pikes as grim warning. And above it all, a banner with a gauntleted fist holding a sword on its as its symbol.
Is that a symbol I'd recognize?
No.
Is that a symbol I'd recognize?
Also no.
Fist holding a sword.
Yes, a gauntleted fist holding a sword.
Oh no, this can't be right.
It is worth noting, it is not just people in armor. It is men, it is women, and it is children that are on the pikes.
I don't really have anything I can do for that. I was gonna try to roll something, but
I do a religion check to try and recognize the symbol.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I thought too at first, was like religion check question mark, but like
You
eh.
are certain that this is not a religious icon.
The banner singular, correct?
Yeah, it is a very large banner. There are multiples of them, just kind of throughout the town as you walk through it, but it is one single banner. A single icon on the banner.
Okay, I'm going for that larger banner then. Just slowly pacing the direwolf up to it, taking out the bastard sword and striking the standard that it's on. Just hacking the thing down effectively.
You feel a shock go up your arm as your bastard sword kind of pings off. The standard that the banner's on is actually made of steel.
Or like even going for whatever secures it. Like,
okay. So you're effectively just knocking it down.
Yeah, I'm cutting the banner down.
Oh, okay. Cutting the fabric from the actual.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I misunderstood. That's my bad.
Right.
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah.
And then taking the cloth up. Merrick will need to see this.
Are there any corpses not on pikes?
There are some in a mass pyre in the center of town, blackened and charred.
That's odd.
Much as I would want to try and look into this and find who's responsible in just the short day or two we've been away, I don't know where to start. You're
Because
right, we need to get to Merrick.
Sorry, real quick. It was a couple days ride to the cavern.
What?
Day and a half.
Multiple days? Okay,
Yeah.
it was a day and a half. Yeah.
So it's been about 3 days since you last came through.
Considering that this emblem does not have any sort of religious significance that I am aware of, perhaps it is a rival kingdom from within the Tiefwald.
Could be. King Merrick did say that the Kingdom of Pagan was mostly the northern reaches. This is a bit further south of the territory. Very well could be an act of war from another kingdom. We need to ride. We need to get there as quickly as possible. If this does continue and if more towns are struck, it'll be too late.
Well, we should make haste then, should we not?
Yes.
As you move on from the village onto now the proper road that you're able to follow. It is a few hours on through the Tiefwald, even at a quickened pace. And eventually you make it to the gates of Croden, where the guards at the wall just, hey, didn't expect to see you guys back so soon. Or at all.
We've come with grave tidings. We need to speak with King Merrick immediately.
Yeah. Open the gate! And the gate is raised and you are let in into the city. Arodia, by the way, just looking around, just fucking hell, this is nice.
Yeah, I was going to waste no time like going by any like taverns or
Yeah.
stores or anything. Just straight to the hall.
Right.
Yep. Same here.
As you guys go to the palace of King Marika, a attendant kind of like, I'll get the king for you very quickly. Just give me just a moment. And it's about 10 minutes or so before you're led into the throne room, the audience chamber. And my friends, I did not expect to see you back so soon. What brings you? And you with a new face. Hi.
Before Maha even speaks, Lorenz unfurls the banner on the table.
This is the banner of the Stokresia kingdom to the south. Why do you have it?
Sorry, we from Croton. That village is like
Southeast.
southeast. Thank you.
Yeah.
The village along the road to the southeast from here. They razed it to the ground and placed women, children, men, and soldiers on pike.
And you see in King Merrick's lupine face just a roller coaster of emotion. And by the way, I did put the kingdom name in chat in the Foundry. When I would like to write that down. Before eventually settling on rage. Attack from a neighboring kingdom. We have done nothing. We have intentionally remained neutral in the many holy wars that they wage the south.
Is this the first of open hostilities from them?
Of this kind, yes. There are the occasional. I won't even say open hostilities, just simply threats of hostility sent via messengers and whatnot. But this is the first openly hostile attack. Well, this I cannot let stand. War. Thank you, friends, for bringing me this news. As grim and terrible as it is, I must.
Have you any villages further to the south that may have faced a similar fate? Or is
No,
that-
no official villages, homesteads here and there, but they are scattered families that mostly come to Croton for resupply or to sell their wares.
If I may, I suggest that any homesteads or villages or settlements or anything that lie between here and to the kingdom of Stokresia in the south, send out whatever you can to clear them out. If what they did in that village is any indication, they wouldn't spare anyone. Do what you can to protect your people. Do what you must.
he nods.
I would also advise be careful. If they are willing to commit such barbarism so openly as a first attack, something has emboldened them or pushed them into this sort of violence. You may not face what you think you know.
He nods. Well, they may think that by attacking, that by remaining peaceful in their conflicts, that we are weak. I will, however, be happy to persuade them of that notion. Blood will be answered with blood. And he calls for his for riders and gives them the command: go to any homesteads that they know to the south and to
Evacuate.
effectively come to Croton, yes. And then calls for his knights. Arrgh! Knights are spread throughout the kingdom. It will take time to get them here. But please, Urian, Percival, and Lionel are the 3 knights that I have at the moment that are here.
What would you have us do with them?
Oh, I making introduction. I admit, while I would appreciate your help, you are adventurers, and I cannot ask for you to drag you into a war for my kingdom. Not in good conscience. Not in good conscience, anyways.
We have issues of our own to deal with, unfortunately. We will be warning your neighbors within Dust Shade, early established though they may be, as we mean to pass through anyway.
He nods, and I regret that you, young hobgoblin, that your family may yet already be dragged into a war.
Oh, but sir, Clan Fefwalla will be fighting for their home.
And that makes him smile. Ah. That they will, and I will be happy to have them.
While this may not be our war to fight, King Merrick, the alliance you have shown with us and with Fest Clan, we will do what we can to assist, but I cannot promise we will be able to directly involve ourselves in.
I
That's a
appreciate
war.
the sentiment, and if you find yourself coming back through, I would greatly appreciate your assistance in whatever way you can give. I know adventurers are not exactly one for pitched battles, typically, or regiments, or whatnot. I sent a few knights up to Dustshade to help your clan, Fefwalla, to settle in. If you would, please, tell Sir Ironside, he is the leader, de facto leader of the regiment that I sent up there. Please, when you get there, please send him back.
Of course.
And he nods, and if you'll excuse me, I have a war to plan. war on the outside of the forest. There's war here now. Almost dragons are awakening. A worm flies to the skies. Is it the end of days?
Probably not.
Reminds me of the times when my grandfather. And he even, like, despite being, from what you've kind of gathered, he's elderly, but he just throws his shoulders back and raises another 5 inches in height. Just, I haven't been in a battle in centuries. This will be fun, in a way.
Can
They don't
don't
let
let
you fight in battles when you become a king.
I push for caution? Any things that would turn a braggart into a brawler is something that needs not be ignored.
You are correct, of course. It is a concern. And if there is a chance, I will send a diplomat. At the very least, to ask why. But I have a feeling that won't get a satisfactory answer. And so I look forward to getting it at the end of a sword.
I do not mean to caution you to diplomacy. More what I mean is that be aware of a knife in the other hand and rip out their throats first. And as he says it, just totally fucking deadpan face.
Young Master Roseway, I feel if in another lifetime, you and I could have been great friends.
We will see what this lifetime still has to hold.
I will put one thing in memes for tonight, and that will be my turn.
In response, Swan Song.
God damn it.
I did not ask the size of the room. I said.
I casting fireball. Dick ass mages.
Right?
So yeah, at that point that Lawrence just kind of fades out effectively. He doesn't move or anything like that, but he's very clearly, perceptibly has checked out.
All right. And the palace at this point becomes a flurry of activity. To the point that you guys are kind of frankly forgotten about. Everyone that goes past you obviously treating you with some reverence and whatnot, but
right.
Well, not even reverence, just very politely trying to not push you out of the way too hard.
Right.
What time of day is it?
You are not sure.
I mean, yeah, true. That's true. How long has it been since we've slept? I guess is a better question.
I'm assuming you guys camped just before going into the Tiefwald.
Probably.
I
Make sure
kind
we
of
don't have to spend as little time camping in that place in the bump of the night.
right.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I skipped over it. So I will say you are fairly certain you can get to Dust Shade before you feel the need to sleep again.
Okay. Yeah, that's mostly why I was asking. So, yeah, just looking at the party with haste then.
Shall we ride?
All right, and you leave the palace. The guards letting you out quite with nods and whatnot, and you are let out of the city. You head north along the path, the road, and whatnot. And around the time you guys are starting to get real tired is when you begin to see lights through the trees. And getting closer, you see you come across Dust Shade in a fervent state of rebuilding. Hobgoblins and goblins everywhere. Most of the structures that you saw that were damaged previously have new frames at the very least, if not like 75% of the way to being rebuilt. Because there are thousands of hands to go around.
Hundreds of thousands of Amish raising barns.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Just seeing this, just probably giving a smile, looking at Vef and just saying, "Let it never be said that your family isn't a quick and industrious lot."
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, the hobgoblins and goblins, remember we told you?
Clan Fefwalla. Welcome.
Oh, this is your ancestrous family. Oh,
Maybe.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that sounded better in my head, and then I said it and realized I apologize.
Yeah, right again. Left the banner with Merrick, by the way, just so he would have proof, honestly.
Right. I'll even say, as you guys left the city of Croydon, you saw couriers and riders going in all directions through the trees. Well, less saw and more heard them, more than anything. But yeah, and so you guys get to the city, just, hey, it's Cousin Fef, and just. I cannot accurately put into words the sight of over 300 goblins and hobgoblins turning in unison to look at you.
As always, Fef goes slack in preparation.
Just the collective whoosh.
Right, the collective. And tidal wave of flesh that comes towards you.
I was just gonna look at Arodia and just say, "Don't try and resist. They're gonna pull us in. It'll be fine."
You are not pulled off your dire wolves. The dire wolves are lifted off of the ground as they are carried into the city, into the town walls.
Easy. It's okay.
One of the dire wolves just full on, just like.
Oh, goat freezes?
Yeah, just full on goat freezes. Just, what the? And Pax, you could hear, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck.
Hey, look, just. Sorry.
God damn you, simple man.
Words don't help describe this.
No. And you guys are brought into and then set down very gingerly and everything. But you are brought within the newly constructed town walls that were not there last. Well, actually, no, they were, but they've been rebuilt, obviously.
They patched the two giant holes.
Yes, the two literal giant holes. Yes.
I know what I said.
And yeah, no, you guys are brought inside, and amongst the chaos, you see 3 lycanthropes in full plate armor, helmets and everything, and just looking so out of their fucking element.
You're out of your fucking league, Johnny.
One in particular, his armor is painted red from head to toe.
Well, I feel like that's the one we need to tell to go home.
Ironside, was it?
Yes.
And they all look over at you and just. You're different from the usual.
And I was gonna look around at the just the sea of goblins. It's just like, I mean, isn't all of this for you?
You have a point. Different from these. I am Sir Ironhide. Ironside. That's what I said. Did I? I am Sir
I don't remember if it
Ironside.
was Ironhide or Ironside.
Ironside.
With it.
These are my companions, Sir Bruenor and Sir Albert.
Pleasure to
And-
make your acquaintance.
They both just go,
Though we do bring a bit of dire tidings and a summons. King Merrick has requested you return back to Croden, Sir Ironhide.
What news do you bring?
There has been an open attack from the Kingdom of Stocracia.
Ah,
Merrick wishes to prepare for war.
we'll write immediately. He nods and even offers actually out you to you Mahajapit a hand to a paw to shake and just
And Maha will reach out to return. Just,
thank you.
Godspeed you along.
And thank you for your quick coming to let us know. The big crow is weird.
This we know.
Okay, I
We know
will.
all too well.
Yeah, we will talk to him. You be free to just ride home.
He nods. They actually mount up direwolves of their own and just book it.
Before they go,
Hmm?
I just wanna. Did he act really weird about any of you?
How so?
Smug beyond normal when you told him who you were?
No. 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 Fuck.
I thought these were wolves, not bobcats.
Why does my throat keep doing it?
Think to myself, what a beautiful moon.
Werewolves we are.
And I just wanted to be a cop.
Wolves we wear.
Ah, nope.
No, why?
He was real weird about us. I just wanted to see if it was us specifically or
Apparently so.
shit.
And they just kind of fuck off.
Tupac's just,
I don't
oh
know
great, we're
good or
being
bad.
kicked out.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
At least he's not bothering other people.
Oh, I still haven't transformed back.
I mean, I had assumed you had when you got to Croden, but
Mm-mm. Nope.
I mean, either way,
I've been a dog. I've been a like wolf the whole time.
fair.
fair.
God damn it.
I mean, you just kind of got dog carried.
Yeah.
Right.
It's funny to me. That's all. Dog crowd surfing. What the dog doing?
And it is about that time. Kind of morphing out of your periphery. Oh, welcome back, friend. I hear you bring word of news of war.
That we do.
There are two creatures in my life that do this, and I will never be comfortable with it.
Don't worry. That other one won't be a problem forever.
And that also gets this very, like, flattened, blank look from Lorenz, actually.
And those big elf features just
To resurrect an old meme for a moment, I get constant card crusher smugness level vibes from Father Feth. Y'all remember that old meme, the fucking Japanese game show where the dude crushes the card? Just
I actually was making reference to one of the permutations of that based on fucking Will Smith versus the Vampires.
oh yeah, I Am Legend.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I get major card crusher vibes of levels of smugness from Father Feth.
Dear Lord.
well. As you can see, we're rebuilding quite nicely around here. It's a more hands make for less work and all that.
You have no small supply of hands.
Indeed. Wonderful, really. Oh, I see you've met some of King Merrick's knights. Those are a fun bunch, aren't they? And look! You brought... Looks at Erodia. Silently looking at each other for a second. And they both just go, ha 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 ha.
Wait, they
Oh, I
both
hate
start
that.
laughing?
And Erodia leans over to whoever's closest to her. Just, he's fucking weird. What the fuck?
Just gonna turn and look up at her. Dog tilt my head to the side.
And Father Fetch just, don't worry about it. I keep talking to myself all day. So, shall we?
I'm gonna pee on your robe.
Please do not.
Ah, you can understand me,
I can.
bastard.
Yes.
I can understand Aronia's laugh on just the discomfort, but I have a feeling your laugh was for a very different reason, Father Fef.
I hate it when it's an answer. All the same, weirdness and eccentricities aside, dealing with whatever being you might be, your people needs prepare for conflict.
Yes, I've been spreading the word. Once we finish reconstructing the town, Wallabama, as I've heard.
Perfect.
I'm sick of it. Anyway,
Oh, I'm sorry. Does that make you uncomfortable, Thomas?
Go again. Guys, I'm just saying, like, just the JonTron meme. Tom's getting upset.
TJ literally looked at me and said, I would like him to stop talking to me, please.
he's not gonna. But anyway,
No, I won't. Already know. Who the fuck is Thomas?
Lorenz just shrugs.
Father Fat just, oh, the irony of you shrugging. So. Yes. Our people are preparing for war as we speak. The kingdom to the south is not going to know what hit them. Or, in this case, bum rushed them from all sides.
They don't know what goblins are?
They don't know that an entire civilization of goblins have moved into the neighborhood.
That is a very recent change in the ecosystem.
Oh, yes. And it is going to be a delight. For me. Not necessarily for anyone else involved, but for me it will be great.
The element of surprise and an advantage of numbers is certainly not to be underestimated.
Oh, yes. Death by 1,000 cuts, I believe, is the term.
I will warn you as I warned Merrick, though I sincerely doubt you need it. These people were braggarts before suddenly accomplishing much barbarism in their first attack. Whatever has pushed them into a point of feeling confident in their ability to do combat should be accounted for.
Oh, of course, of course. It is. Ah. Going to be a regrettable amount of death that will transpire. That is a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Ma is very much going to like narrow his eyes and scowl at that one. Just
Yeah, Loren's looking very discomforted at that.
those are not the kind of words that I wish to hear.
Oh, I'm sorry, I won't say them anymore. I'll still think them, but I won't say them out loud. Now then. How fun it's been in the last few centuries since we've last seen each other. Tell me, have you run into yourself yet? Oh. I did not expect TJ to. I don't know why.
Suppose that would depend on what your meaning of that is, and whatever meaning it may be, I suspect the answer is no.
That's fair. You'll understand. No, you won't actually. It might not happen. It might. Who knows?
That's weird. I'm not a wolf anymore, and I still want to pee on your robe.
I mean, if you do, I will touch your penis. I will make it uncomfortable for everyone involved, including your mother.
You underestimate her.
This conversation has taken about 7 different turns, and I hate 9 of them.
Lorenz fucks off.
Mental and emotional whiplash.
Right? No, legit, Lorenz fucks off.
That is fair.
Um,
You can't run. Well, you can. I'm beginning to think he doesn't like me.
No. No. Yeah.
there's something even funnier about Pax doing it.
Pax, I appreciate you in ways you will never know. Tell me. Can you do me a favor? And he leans down real close to your face, Pax. Can you say the word diplomacy for me?
I don't know any magic.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. And he just... 1 second he is there, the next second he's not. You're not sure where he went, but he's gone. And that's a relief.
Oh god, he doesn't even do his usual shadow melting. It's just that very sudden absence of space.
Right.
I'm not sure what just happened, but I feel happy.
If you'll forgive me if I'm suddenly much less fond of your patriarch than even before.
Arode, meanwhile, just, what the fuck just happened? What the fuck was that?
It is better not to dwell on such things. It is-
I feel like I've been alive for literal thousands of years. And that is the weirdest shit I have seen.
I'm just gonna look at her and point to my chest, and then point to where he came from, and then back and forth a couple times, because I don't know if she's talking about me or him.
No, not you. You're fine.
Cool.
That fucking weirdo.
And asking myself that fucking weeks now.
You're not entirely wrong, Dustin, by the way. There is an explanation for Father Theft.
Don't think I want it.
Yeah, I don't think I as a human being can withstand that much more sand loss.
It's almost better not knowing, because like the more answers you have, the more questions get raised up. I feel like.
Also true.
Oh yeah.
The less I know, the less I can ask.
Right.
Who wants drinks? I would like a drink.
Death Clan should be able to hook us up, I think.
You find a
I hope.
you find a tavern with relative ease, as it seems like the tavern was the second building rebuilt
Yeah, that.
behind a
Who's shocked?
behind
Not me.
second behind the communal house.
That's only
Roof,
because they had more people
booze.
working on the communal house.
Yeah. Roof, booze. Got it.
Yep.
Everything else is fucking quaternary, not even tertiary.
Oh yeah. And as you walk in, it is staffed entirely by. How do I say this politely?
Don't.
Oh no. You can't say it politely, don't say it at all.
Giant-breasted goblins.
You know, I was going to make a reference to the current arc of Alfie.
Hey.
A man of culture.
A man of culture, I see. No, goblins and hobgoblins with.
One of them is a regular goblin that managed to get some oranges stuffed into a corset.
Yeah, basically. And like, but her blouse is so low cut you can see the oranges, so it's a very humorous kind of effect. But no, it's a lot of short stacks.
It's like burying his face in his hand for a moment. Just who are they trying to like? Who else is going to come here that they're trying to? No, never mind.
That's right.
Hi! Welcome! More travelers! It's wonderful to see you!
And they usher you to a table. They don't lift you up. They lead you to a table. They even bring a few chairs over to fit everyone. What can I get for you?
Gonna look over at Fef for a second.
Drink.
Drink it is! And food! Drink and food! Drink and food! Drink and food! And, holy fuck, I heard TJ laugh in the kitchen. Yeah, it's not long that you guys are waiting as, large steins of alcohol is brought to you. And very large, like, platters of sausage and egg and pork are brought to you as well. And just, like, set out on the table. That'll be 8 silver. And that's the family discount.
Appreciated, and I will actually cover that.
And Arodia just, hey, nice. Thank you, Beth. I don't have any money.
It's okay, either do I anymore.
I realized I was in that sarcophagus and I didn't have any money. And again, the money I'm used to probably wouldn't exist anymore. So what good would it do?
Oh, depending on what it's made out of.
Probably be an antique by now.
You people still use electrum?
No, that's pretty
What?
much worthless.
Yeah, and electrum is a useless piece of scrap that is not used in anything regarding currency in the modern era.
Because nobody ever wants to go below a copper, but you sure can if you want to be that asshole about it.
Exactly. In short, fuck electrum pieces.
Literally eighths of pennies.
Electrum is an archaic form of currency that is no longer accepted at modern establishments.
There are some settings that really fuck with me, though, because they actually flip it around where Electrum is the most expensive currency.
The thing that just pisses me off is with, at least with 5th edition D&D, that Electrum is half of a gold, and therefore 5 times a silver. And... fuck!
Yeah, because it's a silver gold alloy.
Just... fuck that.
Yeah,
Fuck
no.
all that.
I hate electrum. As a concept, I hate that coin as a concept. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the 99 sub-cents they put on like a $2.99 fucking gas price.
Right.
Like, it's like, dude, come on. It's already like we get it.
If it's charge me $3.
Just charge me $3. Don't do this $2.99 fucking bullshit.
Right.
Pub says, good God. Yeah. Maha is, before even, like, getting any of the food, probably downs half a stein. Just, the events of the day are enough.
As
for him.
Maha begins to drink the stein, Orodia, drink, 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 drink. Woo!
I assume several drinks are had.
Oh, absolutely.
Gets about like halfway through his stein, just like sets it back down. It's like, I get the feeling you're a bit more of a fit with Fest Clan than I would think.
I have been asleep for a very long time. I'd like to party a little bit before I become serious again.
You know what? I can respect that.
I assure you, I will at some point, as I serious the fuck up. But for the time being, since I'm in this forest with no idea of where the fuck I am, why not have a little bit of fun on the eve of war that I will not be involved in, apparently, for once. I've killed thousands, and she just upends the entire stein.
Cheers, bro. I'll drink to that.
The amount of blood on my hands could fill a fucking lake, and then just downs her drink.
I've murdered thousands. Some of which I'm not entirely proud of. Others I am exceedingly proud of. I've killed...
You know what? I think we get the picture. I don't...
That is fair.
I don't know if that was necessarily
wildly
the...
interested in this.
There was Grathalax, the ancient red dragon, Glinthatook, the ancient green dragon,
Oop.
Pharamon, the ancient blue dragon.
Maha just downing his stein again.
Ah.
Just, I'll ignore that.
It's like you're trying to drown Glinthatook before he can start talking, basically. Shut up, shut up, shut up.
No, even Glinthatook just... No, she killed a lot of my people.
As war.
I can't say that out loud. Monka TOS. Yes, it was war, and admittedly, we killed thousands of her compatriots in kind. Can't exactly hate her. Very much do. It's interesting being face to face ish with the person that killed you.
How's it feel?
Feels great. Sarcasm dripping, by the way.
Feels like a drip down his spine.
Mahajapad, I do believe you're a bad influence on me. I'm making jokes.
I call that an improvement.
I used to never make jokes. Now look at me. I don't hate one of my mortal enemies. The fuck is wrong with me?
That's what we call character development.
Is this one of your novels? If so, I would like the next train off. What is a train?
He's really got to cut down on the meth.
Zendros just pulls out his book. No, it's my novel.
Holy shit, Dad is dead. We have murdered Dad.
He's thinking of trains and shit, whatever the hell those are.
Woo!
Just watching Dan's back rapidly rise and fall with laughter. Just
this sparks joy.
So, tell me a little bit about yourselves. I've been traveling with you for a few days now, and I feel like I barely know any of you. My accent has changed yet again.
I mean, she is more than several millions of years old. Her accent should genuinely be unplaceable to modern people.
And it is. For what
so, whatever the fuck accent you pull out is basically appropriate.
Look,
it's like a dead accent, pretty much, like in the sense that a dead language is.
Right.
Like,
it comes from a region that hasn't existed since modern map making.
So you're telling me? Hold on. And she actually asks Lorenz for you to pull your map back out, actually.
I'm not here.
Oh, that's right. You went somewhere else. That's right.
I have a map, though.
Fucked off.
We'll get to you in a second. I had forgotten that you... That? So, Fef, you actually have a map as well?
Yeah, I thought I had the one that Drunkle Fef gave me.
Yeah. It's admittedly a more zoomed in one, but it's like... But she just looks at it just... Yeah, when I was alive, this hole, and she points to, like, the arm of the T-fall that you are in, this didn't exist. Yeah. This was just plains.
The T-fall itself has expanded.
Well, several thousand years of tree growth. Yeah. It's not
It adds
entirely
up.
surprising, but it's very weird to me.
But also considering all of the shit surrounding the T-fall, and
Yeah, werewolves. Who would have guessed that? So, like, they're really, like, civilized.
it was a surprise for us as well, but it seems that they, after being shunned from the communities they had first found themselves in and deciding to make their own, have lived fairly normal and stable lives.
Yeah. And you're one of them? And she looks at Pax.
No.
Oh, wait. But I thought you literally...
Yes, they attacked us before they were friendly.
That sounds like werewolves, yeah.
Call it a misunderstanding, if you will.
Hell of a misunderstanding. Shit. So,
Well, more self-preservation. Believing Fef's clan to be potential invaders.
and she looks around at the staff. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these little fuckers. No offense.
I mean, both of these things are true.
Lol.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So, and she points to the Bavarian capital city on your map, Fep. Just that's a big dot.
It's a big city.
There's a city there.
Capital for Dever.
Fucking hell. My, how things have changed.
Am I to assume there was something else there, or was it also nothing?
Plains. I mean, a little bit of a village. They gathered around a rock, prayed to their god. It was weird. Yeah, I guess I don't have a continuation. I lost my own train of thought.
If you don't mind me asking, where were you from exactly? I know the name is
likely lost to time.
yes.
I came from the southwest of here.
Northwest. Puria or Kalint, those names ring any bells?
No, I'm afraid they don't.
Hmm.
However, I, as the DM, am very proud of you for knowing the regions in that region. I'm so happy.
May or may not have the map pulled up.
Fuck. That's
Hey, you give us these resources.
that is true. That is true.
But yeah, it's sort of, kind of, not necessarily fully essential, but on brand for the diplomat that went
Oh,
around.
yeah,
and
absolutely.
speak as an emissary to probably know generally where places are.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh man. No, I'm afraid those don't mean anything to me.
Any mountains by where you were?
To the south. I raised on stories of heroes, from my father, and I had the chance to. My town came under attack, from raiders, and well, I, thinking myself to be a hero, rushed out to seek to combat the raiders at the tender age of 17, and received a spear to the chest for my efforts. After that, next thing I remember after that, I was on a slab, alive but not breathing. Trained for warfare after that for the next several centuries. I am effectively the perfect war machine. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were sharing. Everyone got real quiet. I'm sorry.
No, forgive me. It's just this. I I hadn't expected to hear that you never really got to live a life.
I suppose in a way, but in another way, I've lived a very rich life in terms of killing. Oh, that sounds very bad out loud, actually. Oh. It's very interesting to know that I might very well be the oldest living being on this continent.
That you might be.
That's fucking weird. That's fucking my head up a little bit. Not gonna lie.
Well, now that I know a little bit about your...
No, please feel free to ask questions. My mind is admittedly a little foggy. In the interim, between waking, Have you ever floated down a river in a canoe?
I can't say that I have.
It's that, but for literal eon. With just my own memories and glories, sure, but also many, many mistakes over and over and over again. I'm very, very glad to be awake again, for as long as it lasts.
I'm sure.
Who keeps putting you back to sleep?
It just happens. The magic that your friend Roseway put into me. It powers the core that is inside of me. And until that core runs out of steam again, I will be alive. Potentially unkillable, who knows? But eventually the core will run out. And when it begins to happen, I'll feel the drawing of an energy back to the cave that you found me in. The sarcophagus. And there I will rest again for whoever knows how long.
I mean, it's you've opened the floor to asking questions, but God, I wouldn't even know what to begin to ask.
It is fair.
I'm not much of a historian myself, so I've little to draw on for knowledge of those eras past, and well, seems even what little I do have may not be sufficient or accurate to have the slightest idea.
She kind of nods, kind of sets her chin on her hands, and just... Glad to be awake again, for what it's worth. Thank you for however long this lasts. She raises her stein, takes another drink, sets it down, and just... So, who's single?
Lol.
I think most of us.
Ah, that's
Just
fair.
side-eyeing Aslan.
What was that about, Aslan? I didn't quite catch that.
He said most of us while side-eyeing Aslan.
Should be side-eyeing Lorenz.
Lorenz isn't here right now. That's fair. Same, I think, technically.
I mean, unless
Wait.
I figure unless they did similar to your partner, that's a likely assumption.
Well, I mean, also, how does marriage even work for someone that old? I don't know how that shit works.
Dance around the maypole holding ribbons? I'm fucking with you. That's not what we did, by the way.
That's good because I knew like 2 of those words.
So a maypole is a really stupid pole you put on the ground and everyone dances around it with stupid fucking ribbons?
That does sound pretty dumb, yeah.
It's very dumb, yet cathartic. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll just throw that one out there. Don't knock it till you try it. Just don't mind how dumb you look while you're doing it.
I could introduce it to the clan.
Oh, that would be hysterical.
Why would you get that many ribbons?
Yes.
Out of character, I think they would just get 1,000 maypoles.
A single ribbon on them.
Yeah, that would be clan theft while completely misunderstanding the point of the maypole.
Look,
It's just
I'm not
1,000
gonna lie.
goblins standing around one maypole, dancing with a ribbon in their hand, like, I don't know what we're doing, but this seems right.
TJ, come on now. If they had thousands of maypoles, they wouldn't even get them in the ground. It would turn into jousting with goblins riding on hobgoblins, jousting each other using maypoles.
Yeah, probably, honestly.
This is
Yeah,
the best
no.
thing.
No,
The ribbons as just streamers to trail behind them.
Exactly. It's a nice honors.
Just to
behind
show
them.
how fast they're going. Just have it flutter
Exactly.
around behind
I
them.
feel
Look,
like
there's-
I feel like your neighbors would your new neighbors would very much appreciate that sight. Actually,
the straighter you can get the ribbon to be while it's flying behind you, the faster you're going, which means the cooler you are.
if you use the red ribbon, you're going faster.
Well, everyone knows that.
I have played just enough 40k to understand how this would turn out.
Well, if you use the purple one, you'll be invisible.
Oh God!
Right. While this is all going on, to get to Lorenz for a moment, to give Lorenz a little
My
bit of-
shit's super quick, and y'all can go back to fucking fooling in this bar.
Lorenz, you fuck off from Father Theft a while ago, and you go in looking for a forge. Give me a societe check.
Oh, hey, it's actually one of the ones I'm alright at.
This is a goblin village. That should be a survival check.
I am looking for hot fire and a place to hammer metal. I'm not looking for anything OSHA regulated.
OSHA's a fucking twats.
That's right. This is a goblin village. OSHA is probably the name of a person.
That's what they think they hear when they
If
hold up
it
a
were
shoulder
Clan
here.
Thefwalla, you'd have a point.
Yeah, true.
Society.
Me will be
Core.
in a world of OSHA violations.
Yeah, you find fairly easily a forge. It looks like it's like much like many things here. Actually, it's been recently reconstructed.
Yeah, that was my big thing. I figure it's a these are mercenaries by trade.
Yeah, the third building reconstructed was the forge. And there's even a sign hanging out front. The iconography on the sign is a goblin who has had their hand chopped off, and the name of the forge is now OSHA.
God damn it!
I
I hate manifestation as a power. This is bullshit.
me magic is real.
Just go to approaching.
Shit in Alabama.
Have shit in Alabama.
Yes, you find OSHA in Alabama.
Indeed. I bypassed the security check at the front door, and just to continue on with the meme. But no, I'm actually
The security check at the front is a paternity test.
sounds about right. But no, going to where the open work is being done, where the actual smithing is being done.
Oh, yeah. There's like
And-
at least like 30 goblins and hobgoblins at work.
Fair.
It has been expanded.
And asking whoever looks most in charge, or trying to identify somebody who look. The one goblin doing the least amount of work and the most amount of shouting.
You find that one very immediately. He's a fairly big hobgoblin, wearing a leather apron, jacked as shit, I will say. Yeah, what do you want?
Sorry, that voice kind of broke me.
What do you want, pretty boy?
Thank you.
Oh no.
Would you mind? I have need of personal use of your forges and anvils and a hammer, a chisel, and some other tools. I won't be needing to take any hands off of the work that you're doing. Just a place to do the work I wish.
Okay. Yeah, we got one like right there.
Cool. And I'll actually pass him like 2 silver.
Fucking sick.
Just for, rental, effectively.
Cool. Thanks. Fucking pretty boy nonce bitch.
Just give him a face with that. Like, you didn't mean half of those words, did you? You're just
No.
you're just saying things now.
Look. And then he just walks off. No continuation, just walks off.
Or it just kind of blinks. And then, actually going to go to the forge and start just pull most of his armor off because it's about to get hot. And, starts undoing the pins on from the, what would you would call the second knuckle of the gauntlets to the fingers. He's pulling the pins out and taking those plates off of the leather gloves and the chainmail, and taking the steel from those and excess steel that's around. Going to random goblins and basically asking them for their scraps that he can, scraps of like good weaponry and stuff like that. Admittedly, looking for good steel. And melting them down in order to almost reforge the fingers he just pulled off of the gauntlets. But while the metal is melting, he's actually taking a hammer and chisel to the crystals that I busted off of the cavern trolls.
Okay.
And is banging them out almost into the shape of claws.
Okay. Give
To
me a
be
crafting check.
Yeah.
It'll be a fairly high DC, but which you pass. I stand corrected. Fuck me.
And like the claws can be rough looking still, if not, but like yeah, they're just busting out the shape of claws, like, and not like singular blades that come over, but I mean it looks like the first knuckle of his finger forward terminate in these almost animal shaped crystalline claws on both gauntlets.
Okay. And as you're working on these, you hear a voice from behind you. Applying your rewards for a new look, are you?
I work a type of magic. Not looking at him, by the way, just still filing and chiseling and all that, just getting into the work. Very, very much kind of putting his back into it. I apply a very specific type of magic.
Yes, I've seen it in action. It's very wonderful to watch.
Sometimes the magic I use requires sacrifice. Mine or someone else's.
Of course. And then he leans in real close.
Oh no.
And that he leans in and he whispers, and Lorenz stops his work for just a moment. And then he actually looks over at Father Fef.
When Lorenz looks over, Father Fef is not there.
There's a moment. He stops. He looks over to check the metal that's melting in its canisters and all that good shit. Yep.
Things working good.
He looks down at the crystalline claws and really starts to chisel them sharp. The edge that he was beginning to settle with is no longer sharp enough. It needs to come to a harder point. It needs to cut deeper. It becomes a focus.
And though there is nowhere that you feel it, you feel in your soul a very grim happiness.
It's as close to hope as Lorenz has gotten in a good long time. I'll say.
Now then, turning back to the rest of you.
Yeah, that's it. That's literally all I needed.
So, how's everyone doing?
At some point when it's appropriate in the conversation, Zendros never did proper introductions and explained kind of like what his deal was. So like he explains pretty much like the cliff notes of like what's going on with him and how he came to be a part of all this and whatnot.
You've literally pissed off death itself. Really?
Unintentionally, but yes.
Fuck. Good fucking luck.
I think I'll need more than luck when it comes to something like this, considering I've not yet found a way to rid myself of this.
And
I don't think I can.
Well, I would not say never. But it's definitely going to be one of those things that is going to be a bit of a bitch. Trust me, as someone who has skirted death for centuries, millennia now, in fact, gonna be a little rough. But if there's anyone that can do it, I'm sure it's you.
You know, on that subject, with death now, as we've come to find through our friend Zendros here, being an active force, how has that ever come up for you?
Not really. We kind of came to an understanding at some point.
Hold on.
I have several questions.
I get the feeling that might be a little important to Zendros, especially.
Yeah. Like Zendros is very much like perked up at that.
You can see like when she says we came to understanding. There's a very clear mental hiccup where Mom's just like, okay.
What?
I'm sorry. Came to an. Are you able to elaborate on that at all?
Because I can't find the original template.
It's very tempting to just say no and just have her walk away, by the way.
Elaborate on that. No.
The original template I can't find, but that's basically Zendros right now. The what?
The what?
Right, the what? Death and I came to an understanding. I called him a fucking nerd, and he fucked off. That's
Just
not.
gonna file that away for later.
By the way, I love that that is the third time she has whipped out the word nerd in a society that very likely has no idea what the fuck the word nerd means.
Not at all.
Hold on. I've got one even better.
Funnily enough, I.
This is Zendros and like all of Wallabama.
Nah, don't stop sharp. You got to get the record scratch effect to drag your nails on the strings real quick.
Wait. Wait. Oh.
What? What's going on?
Yeah, no, I know what's happening. I'm not gonna spoil it because he just shouted at me not to spoil it. But no, I know what he's super excited about. It's actually pretty cool.
He just shouted at me not to spoil it. I'm gonna spoil it anyway.
I'm gonna spoil it anyway. No, I'm only half of that much of a douchebag. No, he's genuinely super excited about this.
Hold on. Knowing this.
Yep.
Hey.
It turns out I found my old fucking Ibanez in a closet at my mom's house.
That's fucking
Hell yeah.
right.
Yeah, no, like I said, I wasn't gonna spoil it, but it's genuinely super fucking cool.
Nylon string or steel string?
Steel.
Yeah, you can tell by the bridge.
I was gonna say, nice. I have a steel string ovation.
This thing was not tuned for the last 14 years. At least.
Those strings are gonna need to be changed here soon.
Yeah.
I also don't have a pick.
You don't need a pick.
Nah, just do it Tim Henson style.
I mean, just do what I do. Take 2 years of classical guitar, and then you'll not need a pick. Just use your hand.
Shit, I took like 4 years of classical guitar, and I still use a pick.
Actually, I hate picks because I literally cannot tell what string I'm on unless I'm staring.
I mean, I use fingers, and I use both mixed, like, pick and fingers. It's just really dependent on what I'm doing.
Oh my god, that's perfect, Dan. Holy shit.
I had to find it.
And then immediately Death just appears, get in the fucking bag to Syndros.
Right. Artemis just tapped the bag and then made herself jump.
Because the Ibanez comes in a fucking carry case. She went and made herself jump.
Cats.
Now she's trying to get into the carrying case.
But yes. Yeah, Death and I came to an understanding. I told him to fuck off. He fucked off. Not allowed to claim my soul until I fall in combat.
And judging by how you handled yourself back in the tavern we found you in, that seems a tall order.
Little bit, admittedly. If I were to go one-on-one against Death, I have a feeling I wouldn't quite necessarily pull that one off.
Well, I feel like that's only natural. It's, fucking Death.
Yeah, he's okay. Just wait till you run into his minions.
Well, we kind of have.
Really? You run into a lesser Death?
Okay, maybe not that. That might not be. Some ghouls or wraiths or some such
Oh.
costed us in the middle of a city, in fact.
Oh.
They nearly drained the life from me.
Oh. Well, I'm glad they didn't.
Me as well.
That I would wager so. I'm sorry. I'm being laissez-faire about all of this.
I mean, it's understandable when you've been around millennia.
I don't mean to downplay your very important moment. I'm just a little toasted.
No shit.
Not at all. No.
Toasted, roasted. Shut the fuck up.
So, you're touched by death. By the way, nice to meet you, Zendros.
You as well.
You're a former politician?
An emissary of sorts.
Emissary.
Diplomat.
That's better. That's not nearly as soulless as a politician.
I'd like to think I managed to keep some semblance of dignity out of it.
Hey, that's the important part. Looks at Theth. You're an agent of chaos.
Just gonna nod.
That may be the most accurate statement I have heard in months.
It looks at Aslan. You're intense.
So I have been told.
Nice. And then she looks at Pax. And you are... now a wolf, apparently.
Bark.
Yeah, he just
I feel
does
like
that now.
I feel like he's mocking me.
Maybe. Probably.
I'm gonna shake my head no twice and then nod.
I almost said something that definitely would have been Monka TOS. All right.
I don't care how white she is. She's dead already.
Woo!
You're welcome.
Fuck.
I was about to fucking DM it. Just didn't involve white girls.
Oh.
Shit.
So, and then your other one, your Roseway. Spooky. With that whole haunted vibe going on. Kinda works for him. Makes me think of some people I knew in education. What little education I did receive, admittedly. I can't read.
Well then.
Sorry, I just remembered. I can't read.
Well, I have a feeling that over millennia, even if you were able to read, most likely with all the different scripts about nowadays, I don't know if whatever language you would have been able to read would help you all that much nowadays.
That's true. I learned how to... Okay, no, I correct myself. I did learn how to read Draconic to intercept enemy missives.
That would be...
I just
quite
realized
useful.
it's kind of a miracle that she speaks modern common.
Don't
There are
worry about
magics that there are magics that let you understand and speak languages. Leave it
Yeah.
at that.
Also, don't worry about it.
No, it's just, I'm just kind of throwing that in there as a layer of like, yeah, she can't read, but she can speak at least enough base common to understand modern common. So her education isn't lacking so much as
TJ, shut up before you fall into that plot hole.
She started speaking Draconic and then kind of like saw the root.
Yeah, she started in Draconic.
Yeah, that's right. It was.
Lorenz, about this time you do walk into the tavern, by the way.
Looking proper wiped out, by the way. Actually still has like the chest plate of his armor off and stuff like that, carrying it over his shoulder. And then, yeah, the gauntlets.
She actually wolf whistles at you, by the way.
Well, immediately figure out what table his friends are sitting at based on that. Grabs
It's one of the goblin barmaids that's totally into you for whistling. Can any of them whistle?
Oh, they can whistle. You might not be able to see their lips move, but they can whistle. The fact that your mic flew out for that.
That's no good.
Oh, and that is the worst thing I will say all night.
Yeah.
Is it really though?
Maybe. We'll find out.
That was two people at the same time. You are fucked. So yeah, at that point.
TJ
Beth
makes
may
Roman
be
Coke
the agent
really-
of chaos in game, but I think we all know who it is at the actual table.
Oh yeah.
Look, TJ makes Roman Cokes really strong, okay? And that's my only excuse.
Oh, blame me.
Look, this is the most fun I've had in all week. All right.
There we go. There's the real reason.
Oh, it's so fun.
But yeah, so I guess even the party would get to see that the gauntlet's now hanging off because he's just kind of got all of his armor bundled over his shoulder, full on like disassembled C-3PO basically. And off of the gauntlets are now hanging these, or off of the armor are now hanging these gauntlets that have crystalline claws on all 10 fingers. As he grabs a stein from the bar, gives a tired but satisfied wink at the bartender.
Who is a
male or female, doesn't really matter.
They're all female.
Doesn't really matter.
No, this is effectively the Fefwalla version of Hooters.
I knew that was exactly what it was going to be.
I
didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to bring that to reality.
The smell of chicken wings did assault my senses before.
Across town, there's another tavern called Peckers. But
I hate the words that I've just heard.
I wish to commit the die.
I wish to commit the Men in Black neuralizer, please and thank you. I just
can't. Your glasses are too thick.
Fuck, that's right. We talked about that earlier. But no.
Okay, just insert it directly into the eye socket.
Yes, please.
It's the only way.
But yeah, grabbing a stein from the bar, giving a tired but very satisfied, actually looking wink to the bar maid at that point then, and going on over to the table my friends are sitting at and just plunking down at the table. He looks white.
You look fucking exhausted.
Needed to work. Needed to think.
Letterkenny style gay Hooters, by the way.
Yeah.
It's important to remember that everyone here is related.
Have you watched all of Letterkenny, by the way, Dave?
Not yet. We're still doing the thing with Hamble where I'll watch a season of Letterkenny and then he'll watch a season of Trailer Park Boys.
Sick. Good trade. Good trade. Anyway,
I'm sorry, I just looked over at fucking Slobs and all I see is Sandwich just doing the what the fuck face.
That's appropriate.
The full on that face.
Yeah, that's appropriate.
Yeah.
Especially Sandwich, who's definitely more used to a more traditional style of D&D.
Probably just tuned in. Has no idea what Wallabama is.
Either super early in the morning or late at night, I'm not quite sure.
Super early in the morning.
Yeah.
But no. Hi, Sandwich, also. But yeah, no. So you were saying?
Yeah, it just kind of plunks down at the table. Very much understanding Clan Fefwalla mannerisms at this rate, grabs any chair from any near table that isn't being occupied by an ass and brings it over to the table that everybody else is sitting at and sits down. His hair is actually out of its long braid, and it is just kind of splayed out and sticking to his forehead and the back of his neck and his shoulders. Like, didn't even stop for a quick dip on the way back to the bar. Just hot and freshly worked.
You look like you've just been in a really good workout. You get out that stress.
And there's a legitimately minute-long silence from Lorenz before he just, yes.
That's good. And she slides her stein your way before just motioning for another for herself.
Oh boy, here it goes again.
Yeah, and actually there's something the party has never really seen from Lorenz before is the amount he's ready to cut loose. The stein he grabbed and the stein Oro slides over to him. Both the tops get opened up and he just starts drinking. He's fucking 17 all over again, back at a bar in which he shouldn't be allowed into, plying coin that he shouldn't have earned.
In the Devarian Empire, the legal drinking age is 13.
I mean, no, allowed into by virtue of being a disgusting street urchin.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Plying coin that he earned dishonestly, drinking to another night survived. It's that Lorenz all over again.
Are the crystal-tipped gauntlets fairly noticeable to everyone?
Oh yeah, he just kind of he throws everything on the table because, being completely honest, even at 18 strength, there's a part of him that knows that he's going to be going to bed soon and doesn't want to have to pick all this shit up off the ground. So the chest armor, which is not really anything, but the crystal-tipped gauntlets being tied to the chest armor would be part of that.
Just gonna look over at the gauntlets. Tap them with a finger. Style choice or heart rippers?
And then he looks over at Zendros for a moment. And then at Pax. I have spent the greater part of my life after making the deal I made studying curses. Because I am cursed. The choice I made and the benefits of it that you have seen came from selling myself to a deep, dark magic. It is a magic I now understand, and quite well. And sometimes such magic requires sacrifice. From a standpoint of combat, these claws will allow me to sacrifice. Mine or theirs. And again, despite being so jovial, it's this intensity of purpose from Lorenz, actually. He doesn't seem as dour when he speaks about Alicia and the deal he made this time, but the gravity is still there.
Very calmly, I'm going to look Lorenz in the eye. We can still just kill her.
And then very slowly, very quietly, Lorenz leans over the table. I mean, full on extends his full body over the table to whisper in Pax's ear. So I guess if people want to make perception checks to hear what I'm about to whisper,
that'll work.
I'll do it.
Yeah. I will say DC 18. So. Ooh, yep. Everyone except for Mahajapit succeeds.
Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna say this out loud because it's a way easier.
Sorry, Dan, by the way, you got a 16.
Everybody but Mahajapit hears when Lawrence leans over the table. That may be in the cards. And then he sits back in his seat and continues to drink. And not doing both at the same time. He literally does not possess a mouth large enough to fucking neck 2 steins at the same time. I am still a medium creature, and beer steins are large. But it's one drink, drops to the table, breathe. Second drink, drops to the table, breathe. First drink, like it's tandem.
Nice.
He's party boy style, almost catching up.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm just getting flashbacks of my fucking brother.
And look, I'm getting flashbacks to several parties. I don't want to fucking think about it too hard.
I'm thinking back to things I don't remember.
I'm just thinking with my brother. There was one time that a fucked up late shift and a bullshit close made him late to a party that he wanted to go to. So in order to pregame and catch up, all that he had was 151 and stale Heineken. And boy, did he catch up.
Yeah, that's
I
rocket
bet.
fuel. Throw out to my friend Capo Calamity, Cristino Capo. He was joining the military, and on the night we were sending him off, basically, him and a friend of mine played a friendly game of Edward 40 Hands.
He posted pictures.
No.
That was really
No.
cool.
Yeah,
He told that story on Twitter.
yes, he did. I remember that story. He does not.
Yeah.
That says everything right there.
Well, my friends. New friends? It feels presumptuous to say friends, but at the same time, I feel the need to say friends.
Certainly rather friends than the opposite.
Yes.
To the benefit of us.
To the benefit of myself, if you weren't friends, I'd still be in a fucking sarcophagus. Probably.
Here's I'll drink to that.
Cheers, I'll drink to that.
Oh, yeah. Stupid question.
There are
Because I
no...
asked those.
That doesn't exist. Stupid question does not exist.
Just gonna look around at the village we're sitting in the middle of.
Fair enough.
Is there any reason you don't just learn magic so you can keep yourself charged?
And Lorenz definitely peaks an eyebrow at this, because obviously this is the first he's hearing of...
To be honest, tried. Wasn't quite my bag. So I've mostly just been coasting. Oh, yeah, right, you weren't here. And she gives Lawrence the quick rundown of
The magic that keeps her alive and stuff
Yes.
like that. The two aren't mutually exclusive, martial and magic.
No, you've proven that quite exceptionally, in fact. Which, by the way, that's new.
It's not a common practice.
I can tell. Fuck. No, I was always a little too angry for that.
Friends gives this very introspective look and then just looks at Oro. So, is the rune that we discovered you with in the bowl the only way to fill you with the magic?
No, but it is the only way to revive me after I've gone down, as it were.
May I try something?
Only if you promise to respect me in the morning.
Just kind of gives her a fucking like dumbfounded look. Essentially.
I'm sorry, I'm nervous. I make dumb jokes when I'm nervous.
You're fine.
Ah!
And it just because it's the easiest at hand spell that he knows, really, just because it's still got so many uses practically. And it's also the one I used to activate the rune with. Produce flame pops up in his hand again, and then there are multiple runes on her armor.
Yes.
Are there any that don't correspond to like a particular effect of her armor? I guess I should say.
No. Oh, wait. Hold on. And she actually stands up. She kind of gets the feeling of what you're about to do. Undoes her breastplate effectively, pulls it off, and then lifts up her shirt to remain modest, but also shows off effectively window that is just in the center of her chest. That shows actually the spinning ring that you saw disappear into the sarcophagus inside of her torso, pulsing with the energy that you saw earlier in the tomb, effectively.
Fair. And then I guess at that point Lorenz is going to, in front of God and everybody, I guess, just gently offer the magic to the spiral.
And you watch as the flame stops being a flame, turns into its base components as magical energy, and just is absorbed into, through the glass and into the core, begins to beat faster and spin. The rings begin to spin faster as well. She's like, oh shit, that feels great. Do it again, do it again, do it again. Or don't. I feel like I could run a fucking mile in a minute. I can't, but hey.
From what we've seen, you might.
I'm not that fat. Well,
this is still something that we barely understand the workings of. It's probably best not to.
Oh yeah. By the
overdo
way, Lorenz is fucking staring at this, like, at any tattoos that she has, any of these markings, the spiral and so on and so forth.
Right. Well, not quite a spiral.
Look, whatever is conducting this magic, he is fucking like sharp eyes onto.
No, that's fair. It's basically like 3 kind of.
Or is it?
Yeah.
Is it the activation sequence for a Stargate? Basically, just continuing on.
I've never seen Stargate, so I don't know.
I was about to say, you're asking him the wrong questions.
No, it is like the 3 rings of different sizes, all spinning in different directions and whatnot, and just kind of. I don't know what that's called.
Gyroscoping.
Yeah, effectively gyroscoping.
Right.
Yeah, Lorenz staring, fully fascinated by this application of magic that
just lowers her shirt.
Sorry.
I don't know the slightest idea about the workings of this, but I feel like there may be a concern of overdoing it. If just your initial produce flame was enough to get her up and moving, and that accelerated it that much more, I don't want to cause whatever that is to lie apart inside of her.
That can't happen. I don't think.
I'd rather not be the ones to test it.
And Lorenz, as so much as his response to things anymore, just points at Maha.
That's fair. Look. Fair. I appreciate your willingness to keep me alive.
And we appreciate your willingness to step in to help keep us alive.
That is decidedly payment for keeping the other cave troll off of me.
Hey, look. I saw how hard he bitch slapped you. Sorry. Swiped at you with his claws. That looked like it hurt. And I was not about to let the person who quite literally brought me back from the dead be eaten by a cavern troll.
You have our thanks.
And she just kind of pauses and then just slowly reaches for her stein and just drinks more. What were we talking about?
Doesn't matter.
Ah, fucking cool. Any other questions? By chance? No? Okay.
just gonna like look back and forth between Lorenz and Erodia and just give a grin and just, well, considering how intent you two were to get started drinking, I almost wonder who would be able to down more at this point.
My liver
We're gonna have
literally
it.
doesn't work.
This seems decidedly unfair. She literally does not have a living body.
It's true. Haha.
Are you even capable of becoming intoxicated anymore?
I don't know.
That is a field of research I'm willing to put coin towards.
Excellent! Let's get fucked up!
And then I look at Beth.
Hello.
I need your people to bring the alcohol they don't share with people because it would boil the intestines out of most mortal beings.
I like the sound of that.
AKA, I believe you have referred to it only semi-gently as the bad red?
Oh,
Oh no.
I-
We've become self-referential.
we can't do that. I can't get that here. I'll be back.
We can...
Oh.
Yeah, no, and at that point, even Lorenz kind of looks like he regrets what he asked for.
He has to go ask for permission.
Meanwhile, a barmaid scuttles off. Comes back with a very opaque jug and just sets it in front of Erodia.
How many X's are on the outside of it?
4.
Yes.
That is fuel.
Bam! It's empty. And the barmaid just wide-eyed reaches out, picks it up, shakes it, and there is no sound from inside.
Zendros just scoots the chair a couple feet back or whatever, wherever he's sitting. He just moves back a couple feet like, I don't want quite to rendezvous with death yet. I'm going to sit this one out.
That was tasty. Can I have more?
No, we're all out. We got like one jug of that. Holy shit. Well, we do have Father Feft's personal reserve.
Oh, we should probably not be breaking it. There's reserves.
Why are you counting?
Don't worry about it.
I'm going to worry about it.
Science.
And you hear from nearby, somewhere nearby, no, you cannot drink my personal reserves.
I'm surprised it even drinks liquor.
That's the only thing to do around here to stay sane.
I like how he implies staying sane as if that was ever an option.
As if that's what it is. That's a minute.
Yeah. Feel fine.
Bill is just kind of staring at the empty jug. It's just.
Woof.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 2-minute marker, which Lorenz stops counting with his fingers, by the way.
Feel fine.
Holy shit!
Well, this has been very eventful. I'm going to go to a room and lay down in the bed and stare at the ceiling until everyone else wakes up.
Wait, hold on.
What?
One of us doesn't like to sleep a whole lot.
Sam?
Well, yeah, make friends maybe.
Fifth?
Yes. Wait, I'm not here.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, I thought I had like scuttled off to try to actually find some of the bad red.
Barmaid took care of that.
Cool. So yeah, yes.
That might be the most insightful thing I've ever heard you say.
Just gonna start chugging. Brain works too much.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we'll call the session there. On a little bit of levity.
That'll do.
Yeah. I'm going to give everyone 80 experience points.
Okay.
Oh, we're at 420.
Perfect.
We're at 420 and the weather said 69 on my computer.
Oh, yes.
Nice. 69 degrees. Nice.
Thank you everyone for coming out on the stream. Hope you all enjoyed it. I will, if I have the free time, I'll stream some more Yakuza Kiwami tomorrow, maybe. But yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out, and we'll see you guys next week with more Pathfinder.